Hi everyone, I'm Courtney. It's Courtney's Fellowship of Oddballs, and we are doing Do You Remember the 80s tonight? I have with me two of my good pals, Pete from Creepy Little Book right next to me, and Tony Nasser down below. Pete, you want to introduce yourself a little more?
Hey everybody, how you doing? This is Pete, the master of mysteries, the antiquary of the arcane, or perhaps just a weirdo yelling in the dark. But I do like to talk about strange topics, everything from the esoteric to the extraterrestrial, the spiritual to the supernatural, and all that lies between. You can find me doing that Tuesdays into Wednesdays at 1 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I also do it Thursdays into Friday and Saturday into Sunday, all 1 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Excellent. Tony, why don't you tell us about you?
How can I follow that? That was excellent. Like that's just so
You're
professional.
excellent as
Well,
well.
thank you.
Oh, it was ridiculously professional. I love it. It's so good. It's like who needs live action? Who needs television when you got that? That's so good.
I know. It's pretty good.
Me, well, I'm obviously I'm from Australia. I have a channel where I talk about all sorts of nerdy stuff like comics and television and movies and games and things like that. As I'm a owner of a comic book shop here in Australia, so I sort of do the chats that I would have with customers down at the shop, just to, but for you people out in the ether. So yeah, that's what I do, and yeah,
Excellent. So
hopefully
I'm
it's
going to go.
entertaining.
It is entertaining. I'm going to say hi to the few people that are here already really quickly. We have got Big Chuck D in the house. He says, I lived. Yep, we all did too. Getting old, aren't we? And we have, hello. Hi, Mr. CCDV. I can't see who else is in the chat for now, but we'll get back to that. I wanted to start going the other way around. I want to start with you, Tony. What do you remember about the 80s? What are the 80s to you?
Wow. I actually remember quite a lot. The 80s to me was, well, I started primary school, as we call it in Australia, so grade one, in 1981. So pretty much, and before that was kindy. So I pretty much remember a lot. It's funny, like when you think about different years as well. Like I break down years to not just where I was, but it's like, what music do I remember from that year? What movie do I remember seeing? What toys did I buy and play with? Who are my friends then? What I won't go into fashion because I did not do fashion. Honestly, the sort of clothing that I wore would fall flat on people that aren't Australian. They wouldn't understand. But it's just shorts and t-shirts basically. But that's how I break the 80s down. Like the entire decade is like, this is what I remember from 1986. This is what I remember from 1987. This is what 1983 was for me. So yeah, I have a pretty good recall of the 80s.
You have a couple. You have a couple years more than I do, um, for that. So you really had your childhood entirely through the 80s. I want.
Yes,
I want to see
absolutely.
what you what were some of your favorite things. Talk about what some of your favorite parts of the 80s were.
Well, there's a lot. I mean,
You can go movies,
television was
music,
television
anything.
was freaking awesome in the 80s for me. And it
Yes.
was like, it was the decade of super vehicles. It wasn't just like, oh, it's action. It's like, no, we've got talking cars, we've got super helicopters, we've got super motorcycles, we've got all this cool stuff. It was like just, oh, it was just brilliant for that. Unfortunately, there wasn't a lot of toys based on that, where I was like wishing there was. But you had all that stuff. You had like the A team, just going around firing off massive amounts of 5.56 caliber NATO rounds and not getting anything. Um, but I love it. Not regardless. I remember, just toy lines were ridiculously cool because they're based on awesome cartoon series, and regardless of the people who go, oh, it's because the president repealed like whatever it was that allowed them to do it. I don't care. I really don't care. I mean, I love the cartoons from the 80s. I love the toy lines that were based on those cartoons. And honestly, the music was freaking amazing. Like, it really is. I mean, every decade has great music. Don't get me wrong. I'm not like spitting on the 70s or the 90s. But the 80s, especially for me, had a lot of parachute pants.
100%.
Never did that.
Oh, I did.
But also never danced the Running Man either. But
I'm a
but yeah,
master.
no, it's I love the music. I loved yeah, some of the bands are just incredible from that era. Like just ones that people will go, oh, that's just so 80s. Like even if they started in the 70s, like they made it in the 80s, or I think of them as 80s, like Tears for Fears or Toto or yeah, just stuff like that.
Toto. There's so many I forget about. That was We
Oh,
Come
yeah.
from the Land Down Under, right?
That's
Toto.
Men at Work, but
Oh, that was you're right. The Toto was down in Africa. That's
yeah,
right?
Africa is
That's
one of the big
yes.
hits. But yeah, there's lots and like even I think of Queen as like, which is one of my favorite bands, as a big 80s band, because like even though they were around in the 70s, like they really hit their stride in the 80s and just it was pretty much all killer. But yeah, that's some of the things that I think of with the 80s. So
All right. I'm going to come back to you because I know you
yeah,
have some stuff to show us.
I do have show and tell. I really do.
Yeah, let's see a little bit of what Pete has to say about the 80s.
My memories are fuzzy.
So are mine.
I think when you think about it, we're talking about a decade that was we're as far from it now as the 1940s were from the 1980s.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. Thanks for saying that.
That's how far away we are from it. So, I think about things set in the 40s, like A Christmas Story comes to mind. This is something that was set in the 40s and released in the 80s. And it's such a strange thing to consider that so much time has passed and we're so far removed from it. But it really, through the veneer of history, has this kind of unique quality to it. That decade span of time. The music, the movies, the fashion, the animation, the toy lines, the products, the jingles, the rise and fall of radio into radio. I think radio really peaked in the 1980s, and then you see it
And
slowly decline.
What else happened? Video killed the radio star. Remember? Sorry, I had to put that in
Yeah,
there.
and video games. I mean, look, you have the genesis of video games comes along, computing power, kind of comes along with that too. I mean, it's a really fascinating aspect of our history of the 1980s. And I'm sure it wasn't the best time for everybody, but I have fond memories.
What do you remember about the 80s? Like what stands out to you the most? The toys, the
Well, probably because I was a
the
kid,
style.
the toys and the cartoons really stand out a lot, and the music, So
kind of
that kind of
toys?
thing, really. Oh, He-Man.
What was your favorite toy? Yeah.
Got to get that He-Man going. Big fan of the
Sherry.
He-Man. I think
Hey, lovely Sherry.
they captured lightning in a bottle when they came
did.
up with that character.
They really did.
And it was a group effort. There's not like with characters like Spider-Man, you could say, hey, this is who created Spider-Man. With He-Man, it's not so simple. It was really a team effort between a group of guys working for a toy company to sell toys, and they repurposed stuff from other lines. Of course, most famously, Battle Cat was part of the Big Jim line.
Yep, Big Jim.
And he said, how are we supposed to work this in? It's too big. It's not in scale with the He-Man characters. And, one of the guys who was involved in the creation of it said, I don't care. Paint it green and put a saddle on it. And there we go. There we go. That's awesome. I love it.
There's my He-Man and Battle Cat.
But He-Man
love
and
these
Battle Cat
guys.
they're just so good. They're so good. It was really such a fantastic line with such colorful characters.
I'm going to show that.
Great storytelling. And the way they were able to just crank out wave after wave after wave of character for so many years was incredible.
The cool thing too I like about them is they were really clever at just going, we'll use that guy's chest plate with those guys' arms and that guy's feet, and we'll just resculpt a new head. Done. So they could save a lot of money doing it too. Oh, there you go.
Show that off again? That's what Tony was trying to show everybody. Sorry, I just wanted that.
So yeah, He-Man and Battle Cat, the original.
Will you turn that around a little too? Show us all of it. That is cool. I'm jealous.
It's a great toy. I mean, it's not. There's no articulation in it, but I don't really care. It's good. It's good on the shelf. It's very solid stance.
It's solid stance.
And Skeletor has his one, which is a purple panther called Panther. So yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna just say a couple things really quickly, and then I'll go back around to Tony because I know he's got more stuff, and you have more stuff to say, Pete. Also, I don't have that much to say, but hi, Punk Waddle. Hold on.
Hey, Punk Waddle.
Hello. Thanks.
Hello, everyone. How do you do?
Now that is a He-Man.
Don't hesitate to share out this stream. Let other people know what's going on. We are hanging out, having a good time tonight, talking about the 1980s.
Oh my gosh, you almost sound like Casey Kasem. That reminds me of the 1980s.
The old Casey Kasem in the top 40. You got to imagine a time when radio was so powerful that everybody listened to the top 40.
I know, and
I loved Casey
Mr.
Kasem.
CCDV made a point up here. In the chat, video may have killed the radio star, but there ain't no video or radio now, and that is depressing. And it's true though. I mean,
that's true.
We don't have it. It's not like it used to be. Like there's no switching around the channels on the remote, or like getting the TV guide, or I don't know. Even I have like hold on, let me grab something. I have a couple.
I was about to say, I'll see your Buggles and I'll raise you a Queen Radio Gaga.
Yeah, right. I still even subscribe to this reminds me of the 80s. I know it was around before then, but Reader's Digest. Yes, I still have a subscription. This does still indeed get published.
Still shrink wrapped.
Well, yeah, this one hasn't opened. I haven't opened this one yet.
It's mint in box.
I think most of
Reader's Digest. No one can read them.
I think most of the music and the fashion really, and the reason being is my mom was an aerobics teacher during the 80s. So if you want to talk about 80s, the parachute pants, but she used to do the leg warmers, the the full leotards. But I really got into the 80s music with her because we would go to there used to be a store called Sam Goody. And back then it was just not CDs yet. Well, they started towards the end of the 80s, but middle to the 80s. But it was you would go in and get 45s, 7-inch records and tapes. And I would always go in and get a bunch of the new 45 singles with my mom, and we would make mixtapes on a cassette tape for her aerobics routines. That was a huge memory for me. So just going out and all the music. I mean, I can't tell you, for Halloween, I think I was Madonna 2 years and I was Cyndi Lauper 2 years. I mean, 4 years of the 80s, I was the two of them. It was just the obsession with I don't know, the colored hair, the extravagant kind of looks. Everyone was kind of more flashy, and the music was just, it was interesting. It was catchy. People could dance to it, but it was also weird. There was a lot of weird stuff.
They really threw everything at the wall, and whatever stuck. You know what I mean? It's really how it went.
Yeah. Do you remember that song, Fish Heads? I always think of that song.
I do remember Fish Heads.
Fish Heads. That was the weirdest video. If anyone in the chat remembers that video, that was bizarro world.
Oh, nuts.
Who else do you have here? I see. I just want to say hi to one more person that I just saw come in. Oh, Man Maria Hope is here.
What's up, man,
There
Ray?
we go.
Get it
We now
right.
live in the burned out Hulk of Western. And Mr. Whoopa Troopa. Says, hello,
Yep,
Punk Wall.
he's already
Lovely
called me
show.
out on my age.
Oh, has he? Oh, hey, child. I see. Oh, Sherry said, hey, child. You know what? We can't make fun of him for being young because we're all just jealous.
No, yeah.
Oh, he got it right here. Ready? Eat them up, young.
Oh, yum.
You can take them to the movies. I remember that. Anyway, yeah. So music and fashion is where I'm going first with that, and then the other thing is just the culture. Like we did whatever we wanted as kids.
Yeah.
At least I did.
Oh, look.
Those are the days of come home when the street lights turn on. Like
I had someone ask on a chat. It was on a channel. I think it might have been on Twitter, but it was like, what did you do as a kid that you wouldn't? Well, no one would do now. And I'm like, everything.
Everything.
Like
eat dirt.
Like I mean, like you think about now and like we had stranger danger when I was a kid. Like that was a thing.
Oh yeah.
But it didn't stop me going out and doing crazy shit. Like, oh, sorry, I didn't mean to swear, but like, oh look, here's an abandoned building. Let's have a look what's inside of it. And it's like, yeah, you could fall through a floor to your death, but it's like, no, I want to do exploration of this old building. It's like stupid stuff.
Yeah, definitely. I remember exploring in this is really gross, but like we used to go down like the sewer.
Yeah, used to do that. We'd take a flashlight and chalk to mark the wall so we knew which way we went. And yeah, we'd go through the storm drains and stuff like that. It's dumb, but it was interesting.
Pete, what else did you do when you were a kid? What were
Nothing.
your shenanigans? You did nothing. Oh yeah, I'm sure you were such an.
I did nothing.
Angel.
I was surrounded by books.
Well, you did go to a different. I went to public school. You didn't, so a little different.
It was books for me. Books.
Mm-hmm.
Many books,
Yes.
many tomes, many ancient tales.
That's what Pete.
That's what it
Secrets of the
was.
universe.
That's why the keys have been given unto me to undo the lock.
What? I'm sorry to interrupt you, Pete. Which video?
Is that the Fish Heads
Steven,
video?
Is that the Fish Heads video, or are you talking about the McDonald's, like the Donkashane video? I thought that was McDonald's. Maybe it wasn't, but I'm very. That would if Bill Paxton directed Fish Heads. I already loved him, but
Bill Paxton
that puts him up even higher. You know, that's like very cool. I'm sorry to interrupt. Continuing on, pizza.
Yeah, Bill Paxton, Fish Heads video, 1980.
That is so cool.
Yeah.
See, look what Manor wrote too. I used to walk into people's houses as a kid. I don't know. I've done that drunk in my 20s too, not knowing. So
nowadays everyone's armed. You can't do it.
I know now you couldn't. That's really funny. Pete, tell us a little bit more. You weren't surrounded by books all the time.
I was
no way.
completely surrounded by books, all kinds
That's
of
awesome.
books.
Then when did
Lots
you
of
start?
books.
Okay, so maybe our next stream that when we do something like the 90s, we're gonna have to tell us when you came out of the house for the first time.
They got new books in the 90s.
Yeah.
No, he was out of the house in the 90s. I know that for a fact. All right, that's all you have to say. Tony, what do you have to show us? I know you have cool stuff to show us. You always do.
Yeah, no, I've gone full. Hang on, I'm gonna share that picture too, just to show how just ridiculously old I am now.
I'm gonna make it big. Hold on.
Hang on. See if I can.
We'll see if anybody can pick you out. Actually,
yeah. So
I figured it out, guys.
I've removed the names to protect all of my classmates from 1981. What am I doing?
You're up there.
So yeah, there we have it. This is me from grade 1 in there somewhere. But yeah, so. But yeah, so.
If anyone can figure out which one is Tony Nasser,
now that I'm back at school. Now that I'm back at school, I can play show and tell. But So yeah, if anyone can guess straight off the bat
I'll
which
leave it
one
up
of
there.
those children is me, congratulations.
Let's see. I'm going to give them a couple minutes to look at it. Make it big. I could figure it out, but I was between two different people. And
But
Punk
yes, it
Waddle.
was. I don't have
Oh,
every one of
see
my.
you
I don't
crying
have
at the
every one of my
top.
class photos, but I got at least the first 5 years.
Sherry, that was the first one I picked. Sorry.
Which one was that?
The one next to you, the one crying at
Oh.
the top. I thought that was you at first too. I just realized. Sorry, I thought that was you at first too.
But so yes,
Okay.
that's so.
Big
As I said,
in the
1981.
middle
That's when I
where?
started school. Class 1B.
There's two in the middle.
With Mrs. Linehan. She was awesome. She was a good teacher. But I'm gonna and stop that. Boom.
We're gonna see. But they say in the middle, so Big Chuck D might be. Is it
technically, I am in the middle.
Oh, you took it away before they guessed.
Of the row. But yeah, no, 80s. I've got a bunch of 80s toys here. These were some toy lines that I really liked in the 80s. And some of them were thanks to cartoons, as I said, like I had He-Man, so cartoon, He-Man the Master of the Universe. Granted, this is DVD, which didn't exist back then. But yeah, one of the other things I always loved was comic books. So when Kenner brought out the Superpowers series in I think it was about 84, 85. So, you get characters like Green Lantern, and, they had a cool function where you squeeze the legs together and he points his power ring at the bad guys. So that was always fun. And one that I know Pete loves, one toy line, which is based on a cartoon, Mask. So if those who remember Mask, the Mobile Armored Strike command with a K, I had these cool little vehicles that turned into other vehicles, like a motorcycle that turned into a helicopter.
I wish you had brought out your mask.
Sorry? Oh, the mask. I actually have.
That would be funny.
I actually have a mask to wear out in the shops at the moment, which has the Mask logo on it. So it's a mask. I can go get that for you, Sherry. I can. It's just in my garage.
I saw it the other day, Sherry. It's cool.
That was just weird that showed up after the day after Sherry was talking about Tekka Man Blade. I'm like, oh, come on. But the big thing of the 80s for me, I'm going to say the toy line that hit me the fastest. Yes, Condor, correct, Chuck D. No, you are my hero for picking that. The line that sort of, after Master of the Universe for me, flash forward 2 years to 1985. Was the Transformers. That was the big one for me. So I still have two of my original Transformers. This was the very first one I ever got, which is Brawn, tiny little car. And let's see if I transform him. If I remember how to transform him. Oh, there we go. His arms are somewhere inside.
It's covering your...
Oh, that's right. But so yeah, he just turns into a little robot.
Hi, Tina. Hold on 1 second. Let me put him back on. He's showing some toys.
Sorry.
But everyone, welcome Tina.
Hi, everybody.
Hey, Tina.
Let me know if it gets too noisy, guys, because it's really windy out today. Yeah,
the East Coast is like that.
The cold front sweeping through Florida now, and it is cold.
Okay, I'm so sorry, Tony. Go on with your. He's got some really cool toys.
And the other big toy line I'm going to say of the 80s for me, there were lots of them really. Pretty much any cartoon, I'd be like, oh, I really like that. And when you're in the toy aisle and you find it, you're like, oh, I got to get that. I got to get Thundercats. I got to get all of those characters. Got to get Centurions. Was G.I. Joe, which is huge. Funnily enough, I've never seen the cartoon, which a lot of people think is very weird. He's like a vehicle from G.I. Joe with a driver who's fallen over.
Hold that up a little more.
Sorry, I think the guy's O-ring is broken. So yeah, this is I think it's Clutch in a vamp So it's just a little military Jeep.
That's cool.
Which has like little jerry cans on the back, and
Mm-hmm.
yeah, no, I got a bunch of Voltron stuff in the dolly room.
You have a museum.
You're gonna have to grab a couple things. You have some requests from the.
All right,
In the
I'll
dolly
grab a
room.
couple.
I'll be back. I gotta go to the dolly room.
Yeah, the dolly room's right. You can see a Metroplex over there, so that's the dolly room. I'll be back. Get Tina to talk some stuff in the 80s.
I know. I have some
Yeah,
questions
Tina.
for Tina too.
Yeah, what's up,
Tony's
Tina?
Vatican
How
of
you doing?
toys. He's got
Oh
like
my
the
goodness.
Vatican vault of toys going on
Yeah,
there.
he does. He's got it all. He showed a picture. He showed us a picture of his. It was like his kindergarten or first grade picture or something. The school photo.
Cool.
It was hilarious. I'm trying to find some pictures from the 80s because I know I have some. But Tina, I know
Yeah.
you were around. What was your favorite part of the 80s? What did you like? Like talk about anything, like music,
The
movies. What were you
80s?
into?
Oh my God, the 80s. I mean, even the country music was even fun in the 80s, believe it or not. We had even ABCs. They had ABC country bars, and we had this big like area downtown Orlando called Rosie O'Grady's, and they had the bar was called the Cheyenne Saloon, and they had like can dancers. I mean, it was actually trendy back then. And then of course, Madonna.
Were
mean,
you
with the-
Madonna
with
ever? Wait, how you're a little older. I was
With
saying
the
how I was
fishnet,
Madonna
with
2
the
years
fishnets, right? The fishnets, the short skirts, the billion like arm bracelets, and the beads, and the long ridiculous earrings, and your hair. My head was shaved on each side. My head was shaved on each side, and I mean, it was almost like a mohawk, you know what I mean? But it was like a full set in my head, just the
You
sides
just
were shaved.
reminded me of that. The jelly bracelets. That was a huge
jelly
thing.
bracelets,
All
that's it.
Here.
Yes,
Well, I have
exactly.
circulation problems now.
And remember the double wrap belts,
Oh yeah.
and the ones that would
Oh.
hang. They were loose. They would go down to a V. Those are real popular. And a denim skirt. Oh yeah, I mean the 80s were awesome.
Well,
Someone's
I
got a
gotta-
denim skirt on at the moment.
Yeah, I put my. I'm gonna trip over this now.
There
I
you
was
go.
rocking. You probably can't even see me.
There you
I
go.
was rocking my 80s gear today.
You
I got
are rocking your 80s.
my
dude.
denim skirt on. I have my leg
Yeah.
warmers kind of on.
There you
can't really
go.
see, but yeah,
There you go.
I was getting into the.
I'm gonna get your your plastic bracelets going. You'll be set.
I know. I wish I still had those. I was trying to get the look with like the shoulder.
Remember the
shoulder.
big sunglasses? Remember that's when Ray-Bans got real popular, I think.
Oh,
Mhm.
huge sunglasses.
Well,
Of course,
Florida,
the girls. We talk about the fashion. We're like, it was so cool. And I said the same thing as you, Tina. Madonna.
Yeah. Well, that's what it was. I mean, because with me, I was the 80s. I mean, I graduated in 82. So, I mean, I was, hitting bars and.
Yeah. I
Not
was
the
on
oldest
Olympic
anymore. Woo!
School. Yeah.
No, I'm the old fart now.
Pete's older than me, though. So.
Call me Ma T.
Marty.
Oh, that is too funny.
Mhm.
What about I want to get back to Tony because we had a couple of requests really quick, and then we're going to kind of still jump
I
around.
quickly grabbed some stuff. I grabbed stuff that was easy to accessible.
All righty. You
Hey,
tell us what you
Ray.
have.
So I have a Voltron lion,
Oh, hold on, let me make you.
which
so
is
Oh, wow.
Look at
the
that.
left arm.
that's cool.
Pidge isn't in it. He's on the shelf still. But
He's a
this
little
isn't my
bubble
original
bonus.
one. This one I actually bought recently because it is perfect. Like the chrome's still chromey and all that. My one was I think I ended up losing the canopy and all that. But
Does that look like the old one? I'm just curious. Like,
Oh
did
yeah,
they
no,
make
this
it
is
to look
the
exactly like
exact
it?
same one as the original one that came out in like 84, 85.
Wow, that's cool.
It is that old, this toy. It's just in really ridiculously good condition. I wish mine was
Wow.
yeah. But this was the only one I had of these ones that will fit the pilots. So when I saw it for sale, I went, I'm going to buy that just to get it back. So yeah, that's the left arm of the Lion Voltron. And one of the cheap things that I ended up getting at one point, it's this weird plastic sort of one that's meant to be all of it, but it's fun. But I've got like some really ridiculously detailed die-cast ones in there, but they're not easy to access, unfortunately. But so that's Voltron. I love Voltron. I really do. It's really ridiculously mint. It's and as I said, it came in the box. It still had its instructions, all that stuff. I was really just
amazing.
nerding out. So I remember buying it back in the day, and I was like, "This is so cool." And for Sherry, there you go, Sherry, Deca Man Blade.
Oh, you were showing me this the other day. That's cool.
This is 90s, not 80s. But Sherry was in the chat. She wanted to see it, so I'll So yeah, you get Pegasus and the Tekka Man there, or Tekka Man, and you can actually put him inside Pegasus like in the cartoon, or you can have him riding on him like a ship. Like there you go, there's instructions. So yeah, it's very cool. I love this cartoon. It was really good. It sort of felt like Robotech to me because it was a continuing story and it's kind of a little bit more adult than most cartoons. But of course, it's anime, so yeah, of course, it's more adult.
Right.
Yeah, so I'm
just amazed that stuff lasts so long and people take such good care of it. And it's still, you know.
I mean, I took good care of my stuff, but I mean, I still played with it. So you know, things like the vac metallized shiny legs and that they wore off. I mean, that's the thing.
Sure.
But this thing, I don't know if it ever came out. It definitely had been out of its box, but because it's got all the decals on it, so I'm like, well, yeah. Pretty cool.
Like I said, it's amazing it lasted that long.
Because I mean, like my original Ravage here, like it's really loose, and the metal's got like markings on it from your finger oil from your flesh and stuff, and the vac metallized is no longer shiny. So
oils.
I love Robotech. I watch it at least once a year, and even though I hate Lin May and a few of the other characters, I still watch it all.
What's with the creepy face, Pete?
Bring me your flesh oil.
Oh, that's what the face.
You're a maniac.
He is.
He got the information from his books.
I was in my books.
Yeah, for those
regarding flesh oils.
I asked Pete what he did as a child in the 80s. He said,
"Can you imagine?" I didn't want to know. I don't think.
Oh yeah, we didn't ask you that. What did when you were a teenager? See, we were like Tony was more so too. Pete and I were in elementary school. That was elementary to middle school for me. But
I graduated in '82, so we were bar hopping. That's what we did. I mean, there was rarely a night I was home. You know what I mean? It was like Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday night was ladies' night. Tuesday night was quarter beer or whatever. You know, I mean, there's always some special going on.
That's awesome.
I mean, literally. I mean, and it was end of the world if I couldn't go out. It was ridiculous.
Tuesday night was quarter beers.
Yeah. They had a place called CJ's, and it was a oyster bar, basically.
CJ's, come on down for a shuck.
And each bar would be trending on a certain night, because you had go college side over where UCF is and stuff here in Orlando. I mean, there was college bars over there, so they always had quarter beer nights because everybody was poor over there because they're college students. And then downtown Orlando and the other bars just sprinkled around. I mean, there was always something to do. Disney, you go to Disney. Disney had Disney downtown, and they had whatever type of genre you liked. Literally, they even had rave.
You go to Disney downtown, and they had all kinds of cartoon characters with their butts.
No. This was the adult scene. No, these are bars. These are bars.
Disney bars.
There was no characters there.
Well, you can get drunk and go goofy.
Yeah, like I said, they even had a rave club there.
Oh man, Tina, you and I still have to do a stream about that one day.
Mm-hmm.
Tina and I had
that was fun. Those were fun times. Those were definitely fun times.
Pete sounded like Mum Ra.
Ancient spirits of evil transform this decayed form to Mum Ra, the ever living.
I think that's when all the the movies with 16 Candles and
John Hughes.
John Hughes stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What were they called? The Breakfast Club.
Oh, the Brat
Yeah,
Pack.
there's the Breakfast Club and
They were the
16
Brat Pack.
Candles and
Yep.
St. Elmo's Fire and
Yeah, all that crap was
need a
popular.
man in
So
motion. All I need
yuppies
is
were
pair of
trendy at the
wheels.
time too. You had yuppies, you had people like Madonna, and of course punk started rolling in.
Yeah, baby.
I mean, there was always
Yeah,
like
I think
Stalker.
Madonna. I think Madonna and like Cyndi Lauper. I think that the fact that I was so obsessed with them is what kind of led me into punk also, because the looks were
my
so
God.
outstanding.
Courtney, have you seen what Cyndi Lauper looks like today?
She looks amazing, doesn't she? Or
Yes.
no? Yeah, she. Okay,
Yes.
the last time I saw her, she looked amazing. I thought you were going to tell me she
Oh,
doesn't.
My God, it's ridiculous how
incredible.
young she looks. It is absolutely ridiculous.
I know she looks great.
Ugh.
You have to think about it. She's been performing and like dancing around the whole time. It's got to be.
I know. I watched I don't know, probably a couple of weeks ago. I just happened to watch Girls Just Want to Have Fun, that video. It's like, it's so funny. She's almost awkward back then, you know?
I was just listening to that tonight, getting ready for the stream. I was getting all when I was trying to decide.
Yeah, when
I
came back from I had a doctor's appointment. It's about an hour and a half away, and on the way home, I just stumbled across a really great station. Was playing all 80s, like really good, like Pretenders, and just a really good 80s stuff.
They always used to do that in Philly. You might remember, Pete, like later on when I was when we were in our 20s. They would always have the lunch hour 80s music. Did you ever listen to that, like on lunch breaks and stuff like that?
I remember they have that.
Was that a thing all over, like the lunchtime 80s break? Now it's considered classic rock. It's like, or like, yeah, when I hear that, it's like, wait, all that is like, they consider like even 90s, like Nirvana is.
We always during the lunch hour in Australia, it was always another non-stop block of rock.
Yeah. I think they do that everywhere, Tony. Or 2 for Tuesday. Do you get 2 for Tuesday? We used to have that here.
I love this kid, just so you know. Oh my God, it's not even good.
Formulas unteres exorcismum communication surgis Eclipse lubnos spellum.
Was the Ouija board in the 80s, or was that made before the 80s?
The Ouija board's been around since the 1880s.
1880s, yeah, they've been around.
I did not know that. I maybe
it's considered
like
a
marketed toy. Yeah. Okay.
Because that was in my toy list. Toys based on movies. Ouija 1 and 2. Owned by Hasbro.
I think Rubik's Cube came out in the 80s, didn't it?
I actually think that it's famous in the 80s, but I think it actually came out in the 70s.
Did it come out in the 70s? Let's see. I'll look it up.
Well, maybe in like Europe, but I think of it as an 80s toy.
Yeah, it was big in the 80s. It had a cartoon.
My brother was one of those that could do it.
A cartoon about a Rubik's Cube.
Yeah, it
was a cartoon about a Rubik's Cube. He was a magic cube. He fucking. Oh, sorry.
It says
you're fine. I don't mind.
There
it's
you
not
go.
Suitable for children.
So Rubik's Cube is a 3D combination puzzle invented in 1974 by Hungarian sculptor and professor of architecture Erno Rubik. Originally called the Magic Cube, the puzzle was licensed by Rubik to be sold by Ideal Toy Corp in 1980 via businessman Tibor Lazy and Seven Towns founder Tom Kramer. And it says, let's see,
was it Rubik the Magic Cube?
It won the 1980.
Was called?
That's what it was called. Rubik the Magic Cube.
Yeah, Rubik the Magic Cube. And basically every episode he'd get knocked into, they'd have to quickly put him together to activate his power.
Oh, that's how it works.
Ridiculously stupid.
It says it won the 1980 German Game of the Year special award for Best Puzzle. As of January 2009, 350 million cubes have been sold worldwide, making it the world's best-selling puzzle game and best-selling toy.
I was never able to figure out a Rubik's Cube, but
I could do two sides. I could do two sides. That's it.
The thing is, it's actually a formula.
Yeah, of course it
is. It's a formula. The people who go, I can solve any Rubik's Cube. They know what side to turn, when to turn it. It's a formula. There's actual YouTube
Right.
videos on how to do it.
And you're just shifting
they're
one
not-
cube at a time.
They're not geniuses. They just know the formula.
Yeah.
Sorry, Will Smith, you're not a genius.
I'm just finding a couple 80s photos. That's why.
You're
I'm
gonna
looking
fight with
down at
Will
my-
Smith now. Fresh
See,
Prince
Light
of Bel-Air
Bright.
is gonna beat me up.
Look at it.
Light Bright. Oh my goodness.
Oh.
Light Bright was so cool.
Uh-huh.
Turn
Always
up the
wanted one.
lights. It's my secret message.
At that point, I was too old, Probably should have got it for Rabes or something. I don't know, but I didn't have a Light Bright.
I'm cool for that.
Definitely had an Etch-a-Sketch, though.
Oh,
Turn
yeah.
up the power, colored lights.
And what was the other thing? Like Shrinky Dinks. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Shrinky Dinks were like
Whip
the
is a
coolest
maniac,
thing.
but god damn, I love him.
Shrinky Dinks, huh?
Mhm.
Shrinky Dinks.
I'm
I remember
I'm
those.
sorry.
I was
Pete,
never allowed to use them because my
Yeah.
grandmother would be like, "You're not putting those in the oven." I'm like, "But I want to make shrinky dinks." I was like, "No, the oven's for food."
she would have let you. Oh my god! I think our oven probably was melted with it, but
Oh,
with
look,
everything else too.
My grandmother, my grandmother was awesome. She was fantastic, but she had certain rules. One, no shrinky dinks in the oven. Two, not with the good scissors. She was. I don't know if your grandparents were like that. It's like you can't cut that. Not with those scissors.Ose are the good scissors. Use
Oh,
the
yeah.
other scissors. And it's
Yeah.
like,
Well, some were for
what?
food only, too.
No, she had
scissors. Don't use those.
ones
That's
for
for the
cloth
food.
and yeah, not with the good scissors.
Mm-hmm. I tell you, the toy I hated the most was a Cabbage Patch Kid. I used to hate them things.
Oh well, I have a picture. I'm just trying to get them onto my computer from my
Creepy
phone.
babies.
Speaking-
Just creepy babies.
I think my cousin had one of those.
Oh, God.
I got one on the day they came out. My
Wow.
dad, he pulled something because people were like getting shot in Philadelphia. It
Oh,
was
yeah,
like how
well,
people
you-
reacted over the.
you have to go
There's
to
like
the
the Tickle
plant.
Me Elmo later on, but
Did
that's
you
for
have
the
to go to
Cabbage
the
Patch.
plant and wait for it to be born and get a birth certificate and
I don't
everything
even
for a
know how
while?
my dad got it on the black market. I'm sure somehow
Yeah.
probably paid a lot of money for it. But
Yeah, well, I mean,
I
I know
had
you
one.
could go to the plant and they would make it while you were there, and you would get your little birth certificate and everything. I remember that was a big deal, and only the rich kids did that. So,
yeah,
and I just didn't like
when I
them.
was
And I was
very little. We were
at
we
that
were-
point,
we
I
had
was
some-
like I said, bar hopping. I didn't care about them. I thought they were ugly.
Yeah, I was a little girl, so they were like the best thing in the world. I mean, they had
Sure.
a diaper you could like change. It was like so cool. And yeah, the birth certificate thing made it seem like you really had your own
Oh, sure.
baby. Pete was like staring into the thing like that.
Oh shit!
I was just trying to pull up the Cabbage Patch Kid picture. Pete,
The biggest thing was Star Wars.
Oh, actually-
right? He's
I'm sorry, say
insane.
that-
Look
Trying to
at
set
him.
me on fire with his
Look at him.
mind.
Look at his face. The hell?
He's a
I
fire
don't win.
starter.
I'm
Twisted
creepier
fire
looking. I'm
starter.
older.
I'm creepier looking.
I'm
Behold,
scary
behold my
looking, man.
flesh.
Behold my
Behold my
jowls.
flesh.
He's looking pretty creepy there, Courtney. I don't know. He's out
Your
creepy.
jowls. Oh my god. I
The
still
jowls.
cry every time.
I
with
hate
that.
him. Hate him. Hate him.
Oh,
Hate him.
God. Oh my goodness.
Sick
gracious.
of him.
My hair's already fallen flat. I had some higher the hair, the
Here
closer
goes
to
with the
God,
hair
thank
now.
God.
I'm not
Well, no,
commenting
I'm
on
talking
hair.
about I was trying to be all 80s. I actually put some hairspray in my hair, but now Tony told me I looked like Robert Smith from The Cure.
Robert
My-
Smith.
Yeah.
Robert Smith.
I was like, I'll take it. I'll take
You
that.
did earlier.
I know you're going to jump up here and aggravate the crap out of me, Rango, aren't you? Because
Oh,
it's
I
cold.
always got the animals.
I'm surprised
trying
you
to
guys
find
can't
the
hear
Cabbage
meowing
Patch
at me. This little high pitched
So-
meow.
I'm gonna just check on. The
I didn't
chat
think I
for
left the
one
door
more.
open far enough for him to get out. Skinny Minnie,
Mhm.
you squeezed through there. Why don't you go back inside?
I want to take like I just want to see what the chat people whether you were listening to music and all that in the 80s, not even born in the 80s, but if you have a favorite 80s song or songs that like really stick out for you that you always like to hear, I'm really curious what people post in the chat. What did you like?
You know,
Like, what 80s songs?
Yeah, and
I'm
Pete
pretty
will sing it
partial
for you.
to "We Didn't Start the Fire" by Billy Joel.
Of course you are.
goodness gracious! Of
And
course
don't be
you are.
sarcastic about that, Pete. I actually do like that song.
It's a
I
good
know
song.
every word to it.
That was a
Probably
good song.
still.
I do too. I know. I can sing that. But yeah, no, I like the idea of it. Of like this is history during my lifetime. I thought it was great.
They
I
someone
like
just did a
Billy
parody
Joel.
of
I'm
that, and
putting
I'm
that
trying to
out
think
there.
of
I
what it
really
was
like
on.
Billy Joel.
Billy Joel.
Yeah.
What was he did? The song. You might be. No, it's not Billy Joel.
Yeah, you may be right.
I may be
You may be
crazy,
right.
but it just may be a lunatic I'm
Off
looking for. That's a good
the
song.
album Glass Houses.
Good
That's
one.
I can tell you.
I
When I say
remember
I
my
like
dad
Billy
being into
Joel,
like
I mean
Genesis.
I've pretty much got all these albums.
Oh, right, your
those
pants.
bands all remind me of the same, like the.
I celebrate his
lower kind.
entire collection.
I do up until River of Dreams. I hated that album.
In the middle of the night, I've been walking in my sleep.
Oh goodness. Hi Sapphire Elf.
It's-
Oh, afternoon. I don't know where you are. We're
Hello.
it's almost midnight where we are here.
It's
No, it's up to
11:47
them where I am.
p.m.
She could be down my
Hi,
neck of the
low
woods.
spec
No.
Linux laptop. His speakers were 3 stories tall with woofers made of steel. And I saw someone else here. Death by Saber's
by
here.
Saber.
Hi, nice to see you. Oh, and somebody that
Spanish Ballet,
Ian
yes.
Fox, Spando Ballet. That's amazing. Oh my god.
Yes.
Ian
No,
Fox, I'm
I-
glad to see you here. That's amazing.
Yeah, I accept that. That's a good song.
Oh,
I
goodness.
have music on cassette here.
Wow.
I just
Yeah.
bought a cassette player not too long ago.
Yeah, he did,
Nice.
They
Tony.
still sell these. You can
Yep.
still get those.
Yeah.
I got it
Yeah.
for $13 on Amazon. And a
It was
cassette
Amazon.
player.
Yep.
Is it like an old school one, or do they make them new?
No,
No, it's like a
new.
Walkman,
It's new.
but it's new.
Yeah.
You got a
Well,
Walkman
I got
type
one
thing?
in
I
my
want a boombox. I
bathroom.
want to carry
that
it
I
on my
bought.
shoulder.
Yeah, it's about that big, and it's got like you can put like a USB in it and play like MP3s as well. But yeah,
That's cool.
Pete, get ready, because I know you can sing it. Ready? Never gonna
She's ready.
give, never gonna
You
give you up. Is
never
that
gonna get you down.
Simply
never
Red
gonna run around down.
Oh, Rick
desert
Astley, yeah.
you.
Never gonna make
Okay,
you
so we have
cry.
that.
Never
Hold
gonna
on.
say goodbye.
Bye.
Never gonna tell a lie.
That's Rupa Trupa's favorite song. From Chinese. Who else? Okay, Spandau Ballet. We got who else? Favorite '80s bands? Oh, here you go. You got The Touch.
Yes.
Oh, that's your favorite soundtrack, isn't it, Tony? Is that your soundtrack you were talking about? Tony said that was
Sephiroth
one of his
rocks.
favorite movie
Sephiroth
soundtracks.
rocks.
That
Love it.
is so funny. I'm seeing if I missed anyone else on here. I don't know if
You
they all show
got
up on this.
touch. You
Who else? 80s songs that you really like? Oh,
Yeah.
Rachel says I unironically love that song. Honestly, it's a good song.
I like Rick Astley. I like the fact
Nice.
he's come back and resurged and rickrolling people.
Cat, go
Yeah.
inside.
Oh,
Come on.
well, I'm going
Let's
to get
go
to Mark in
inside.
a
It's
second
cold.
because he is like one of my favorite bands. But I wanted to just comment on this. Death by Saber, that's awesome. And I know that Paulie from Latino Snip just got like a new record player for
Nice.
Christmas or his
Oh,
birthday or
yeah.
something. And it makes me so happy that they're still making them.
Yes, absolutely. I got a nice one over there that also plays my tapes and stuff. But yeah.
Go lay down.
Yes, that's cool. Now, here we go. Walk like an Egyptian. Let me tell you
The Bangles.
something about the
Yeah.
Bangles.
Like an
and
Egyptian.
Susanna Hoff. I mean, she was like the hottest. Like she was another one I wanted to be like.
There you go.
Bangles
Bangles
were
different
amazing.
light.
Who was the other girl band? If you want to be my lover.
Go-Go's.
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 No. Was that the Go-Go's? If you want to be my lover.
No, it's
Oh
the
no,
Spice
that's
Girls.
the Spice Girls. That's not the
Spice
80s.
Girls.
That's when I
That's
was
the
in
late
college.
90s.
Oh, they were the
Oh,
90s? Oh, I'm
96,
sorry.
97.
It's all
I was
blending together.
drinking age
Oh,
there.
I'm sorry.
Okay, here we're getting
So
sorry.
songs.
It's all blending together for me,
It
man.
is.
It all blends together, brother.
Oh, the 80s were the last hurrah for hot rods. Hi, nobody. How are you doing? Good to see you here. Rick Astley's also wholesome. We have a
nobody.
big Rick Astley fan. Okay, here we
It's
go.
Great.
Here we go. The Police.
Yes.
And
Yes,
Squeeze.
Mark. Yes.
So
The only
That's
Squeeze
something I
song I
did
know is
not
believe.
Hourglass.
on my phone, but my dad looks
Really?
exactly
Don't know
like
Cool for
Sting.
Cats?
He got that his my whole life.
I remember
I love-
Hourglass being like Squeeze's radio hit. Like that's the only Squeeze song I know though.
I remember Cool for Cats. That was a huge over
No,
here.
Eurythmics.
But that's different countries get different hits. So
Yeah.
I like the Eurythmics. They
so
were
if your
80s,
dad
right?
dressed like Sting, if your
Yeah,
dad was
Tina.
like Sting, did he ever dress like Fade Routher from Dune in the leather undies?
Oh yeah, he
and
did.
walk around in the steam.
He had like it was like a kilt type of thing, wasn't it?
She
was
meant
so
Sting the
weird.
wrestler. He dressed like the Crow.
This,
Yeah,
this
Steve Bolton.
is what's up.
Here you go, Death by
Steve
Satan.
Right
Bolton.
here. That is what's up. I really want to go as Devo when you're from that video. I want to find one of the little hats, and I know you
The
can get them.
energy collector domes.
You saw Devo, didn't you, Tony?
I have seen Devo. They are fantastic
I never
live.
saw them.
I was meant to
love
see them.
Devo.
I was meant to see them in 1997. There was a like a version of like what is it? Lollapalooza thing called called Livid, and I got really sick and I couldn't go, so I couldn't
Oh,
see
sucks.
Devo then. And I saw them about 10 years ago. They were fantastic.
Amazing. And Eden
So I
Socks
love
just
Devo.
pointed out something really interesting too. Because there are a lot of newer bands that emulate 80s music. I feel
Oh,
like
yeah,
right now
sure.
the fashion even is coming back. You know, the
Yeah,
mom jeans and like all the high-waisted
yeah.
stuff, because that was big back in the 80s.
Yeah, big time. Yeah, Sapphire Elf, Salt and Pepper.
We were just listening
She's
to this,
real good.
Tina.
Get up
Remember
on
Tony
this.
right before.
You
Salt and Pepper here.
Oh,
Oh my
baby,
gosh, I loved
baby,
Baby, baby.
Pete hates it when I start rapping like 80s and 90s, early 90s.
He makes that
I
face,
like
I guess. I see the face he's making.
every word to like
tell.
all of these songs.
Hates it.
I don't know what my obsession was, but and then wait, hold on.
He's very mad.
Oh, here we go. There you go. Tony, this is for you.
Yes. Oh, Death by
Toto.
Saber is awesome. Death by
But I
Saber
said
is
the
my
wrong
new hero.
song initially. But I got it
I
right
tell you
the
who I
first
saw was a really
I'd
good
love to
concert.
see Toto live. I really would.
Was The Who.
I've seen The Who.
And
Yeah, but they're like
B-52s
70s group.
The B-52s opened up for them
Oh,
and got
60s.
booed and
I love
practically
them.
plunging off the stage. I couldn't believe it because I like both of
Bludgeoned.
them. Yeah, they were throwing stuff at them. They were hitting them with shoes and
Oh,
Fred
boxes.
Snyder doesn't deserve that.
Balls
Fred
and-
Snyder's a
You
hero.
made it sound like people came with them clubs or something.
I'm not kidding you, Pete. It was horrible. They
fuck.
didn't even make it. They started one song and stopped and walked off the stage. It was
Wow,
it was
that's
bad.
amazing.
One,
Eden
you know,
Fox should laugh at
when it
that
comes
comment.
to the B-52s, one of the things I'm really
Yes.
proud of is that they were ready to quit. In I think it's like '79 or something. They were ready to
And they
quit.
kept
They were
going
done.
that long.
And they came to Australia, and we treated them like gods. And they were like, "Oh my god, we're actually popular somewhere." And they kept going.
Right?
And I was like, "Yay!"
I
So there would
I
there
tell
would
you
be no
what.
love shack, no cosmic thing, none of that if
Right?
it wasn't for.
They were so rude to them, Tony. It was awful.
That's
I was-
horrible because I love the
know.
B-52s.
I liked them
Fred
too.
Snyder's awesome. Kate bloody Pearson is so good.
I liked him too. I mean, Love Shack. I mean, God.
Oh,
Love
Rock
Shack,
Lobster.
Ding,
Rock
ding, ding, ding,
Lobster.
ding, 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 ding.
Ding,
Rusted.
ding,
We were-
ding, 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 ding. That was played at every
Matching
school dance.
towels.
was
Somebody
Rock
went
Lobster.
under. Was it a rock or a
And they
dog?
also had a Rock Lobster. That song was
Yeah.
good too.
Lobster.
That's exactly what we were just
I'm
talking
trying to find my
about.
Cabbage Patch Kid picture. I know it's here. Sorry, guys, that I keep looking away. But
They also had the song you've been talking about for the last 45 seconds.
Night.
Rock Lobster.
oh, shush.
Everybody had matching towels.
Towels.
Oh, I have something that I wasn't going to wear because it's not very appropriate. But you know, back in the 80s, people were a little not like this wouldn't go over well in the PC culture. However, I went to the 1984 Olympics. I was
Really?
there in LA,
Oh yeah, this is awesome.
and I have a shirt from the Olympics. Let me do this. And
Go
it's
big.
it's yeah, it's
Hey,
a
Fed.
good one. Now remember, oh, Fed's here. Hi, Fed, wherever you are.
Fed.
He came right in time. Oh no, you did not.
A
This is a
shadow of
happy. There's no
doom.
doom.
That's my
allowed here.
Fed.
Unless you want to hop on.
I expect
Hello,
nothing
Fed.
different. I expect
Oh.
nothing different.
That's
What did-
awesome.
wait, hold
Death
on,
by
I wanna see
Saber.
what he
Cheech
wrote
and
here.
Chong.
Put it on this. And then we have someone said that was Mark D with a C's first concert, and Death by Saber met Cheech
I
and
remember what my
Chong.
first
That's
concert
so
was.
cool.
Oh, you sent me a picture. Okay, cool. I will look that up. Oh my goodness. Rough
yes, I
girl
do.
in the house. We were just singing a little Salt and Pepper. So anyway, I'm just gonna show this shirt that I got at the 1984 Olympics, and it's really like this would not go over nowadays, but we were like cracking up because it's wrong in every way. This is the shirt that was acceptable. Can everyone see it? Because I can't see the screen.
That's
Yep,
funny.
I mean,
no.
Yeah.
Oh
Yes.
yeah, that's that's something that would not go over nowadays. But yeah, this is just the shirt that you would buy at the Olympics. as a
Right.
souvenir.
That's so
Die,
good.
Russia, die.
Wolverines.
So bad.
Uh,
It is so bad in every way.
That's funny.
I was like, I can't wear this. This is like too much to wear, but I can show
I would
it.
wear that shirt while watching Red Dawn.
Well, I don't want to wear it because if anyone wants to buy it, I might put
Red
it on
Dawn is a great
Yeah.
movie.
I fucking love Red Dawn. Sorry, language. I really like Red Dawn.
You don't have to
here's
worry
a-
about the language. We're late night right now.
Peace-
We're
It's
good.
got peace waves.
Here's a song
Yeah,
I
okay.
can see Pete singing. Tommy Two-Tone. Jenny.
Jenny, I got
got
your number.
I was gonna try to
I
harmonize.
need to make you mine.
There you go.
That was we were horrible.
8675309. Go on, Pete. You know it.
8675309.
I'm bad. You know it. Dude, hold
I
on.
got your number on the wall.
I know.
Got
I know
it.
you.
Got it for a good time. For a good time call.
Rocky, come on. You're talking about my Philly, yo. That's okay. This is funny. This is a great song, but also my phone number in college was 867-5319. Not a joke at all.
Oh.
Now we had to dial the area code, and it was Boston, so it was
Yeah.
617 or whatever.
Boston.
But the number was so easy to remember because it was 5319, and it was like.
Can I just say something? The town that I
No,
live
it's-
in is so small here that you do not, this today, 2022, you do not have to dial the area code.
They just started doing that in the town I just moved from, Tina.
That freaked
They
me
just
out.
did
I'm
in
like, my
April of
mom's like,
2021.
you don't
They
have
just
to dial
changed
the
it.
area code. I'm like, what?
Yep. That's-
Wow.
That's so. What is he writing here? Okay, still in California. So maybe you want that shirt. That's the comment.
That's it.
Oh, good. You can
this right
get the hell
here.
out of here, Fed. Get
This
out.
is one of my
Oh,
favorite.
I love that. They
Skate.
call it nobody.
favorite.
Oh
songs.
yes, Tainted Love
And-
is awesome.
I know. Me
And
too, Tony. I love
This
that
band, the first band,
Sometimes
the
I
Cars.
feel
one.
I've got to run away.
away.
I've got
got
to.
to. We're horrible.
Hopefully, we're
Um,
not just getting struck on.
Yeah, it is. No, if we're singing it, it doesn't matter, does it?
Hey, I've got a
I don't
list of the 100 most iconic songs of the 80s.
Let me just really quickly just address this. The Cars.
Cars, Gary
I was
Newman. Yes.
obsessed-
Yeah.
Rick Ocasek was like the perfect example of like the ugly rock star that could get that people still thought was hot, and I thought he was hot, but he's not a good looking guy. Rick Ocasek
No.
got like the women. He was with
Because you
whatever.
like
her
the
name is.
boys in the band. That's
I
why.
saw, I saw Gary. I saw Gary.
Rico.
Newman.
You're like my cousin was. She loved Tom Petty. I think Tom Petty is the
Suave.
ugliest man.
I
but he's
love
so
Tom
talented.
Tom Petty's a
See?
great singer, though.
See, you like the boys in the band.
Why?
That's
Why
all.
do I? What
But,
do I not know
I
she
still
was?
Gary
talent,
Newman live.
the
He was
talent
great.
shines right through, however ugly they may be. You know.
A good drinking game. What's the drinking game? I'm so curious. This is a good one. This was Dexy's Midnight Runners, I believe.
Oh yeah.
Am I right, Chad?
Yeah.
Am I right,
On
Tina?
Eileen. Oh, I
Yeah,
swear.
no, something.
At this
Yeah, just
moment.
know you mean
Mhm.
this is a white girl,
Yeah,
like
I remember that.
white girl, totally.
Come on,
Um,
Eileen to Raleigh.
that is just that. I'm going to ignore
Dixie.
your comment.
Yeah.
Oh, now we're hearing about showers. Enjoy your shower, Whoopa. Sorry, I didn't mean to put that on blast. Listen to us in the shower because we'll be singing excellent music. Actually,
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
I might wrap it
You
up.
sound
kind of
awesome
soon.
in the shower.
Don't bother wrapping it up.
So
Where else are we gonna do?
we'll go as long as you want then.
Yeah, where else
so
are we gonna
Fed,
go?
you haven't answered yet about 80s
Yeah, what's up
songs
with
that you
Fed?
like. What did you listen to in the 80s? We're kind of going through we
He's
were
too
going
young.
through the music
Who,
thing.
Fed?
And, yeah,
Who
what
are you
do you
asking
listen to in
that?
the 80s? What do you
I
listen
think
to in the 80s?
everybody's. Most people are fairly young then.
Fed is my age.
Yeah. And
Why did you think he was older than me?
No, I'm saying he's young.
Did you think I was older than him?
No, you guys are younger then. That's, it's a
Well,
different
yeah,
time
we
for me.
were elementary school in the 80s. See, for me, it might have been
No,
different.
I
for
was
some people.
graduated in the 80s.
Well, I know that. I'm saying, but for me, music was all part of my childhood because, my mom was an aerobics teacher, and I have pictures. I still haven't found the Cabbage Patch Kid picture, and I had another picture just to show how much people did not care for children's safety in the 80s. I have a perfect
No, they didn't
picture
give
to
a
show
shit.
that.
They didn't give
It
a
was
shit.
survival of the fittest.
That's right. You got that right, Tony.
Rough Girl. I started junior high at the end of the 80s. So, sorry, I should I should put her comment up before I say that.
Well,
I was in junior high, dickhead.
She's talking about the Jove. You're talking about New Jersey, baby. That's some Jersey love, isn't that?
Oh,
Yeah.
now Bon Jovi had a bunch of great hits.
Oh yeah,
The
he did.
Jove
Yeah,
and
he
also
was
the,
so
the
popular
Boss.
too.
Bruce Springsteen was
the
also.
Oh yeah, the Boss. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
Those are
I mean,
Jersey,
Bon Jovi himself is just incredible. Mr. Bon Jovi. Bed of Roses, anybody?
Yes. I'm sorry, I got distracted. Bon Jovi
Always.
is excellent. Everything.
Have I missed anybody mention the Clash yet?
No, I haven't. But I kind of think of them because they started in the 70s. Yeah, that's but they had hits in the 80s.
They did have hits in the 80s.
Should I stay or should I go? Is on this list. That's why I was like, oh, the Clash. I heard me say
Was that early 80s that came out then? That wasn't still in the late 70s? Because
that was 80s.
That was one of their bigger hits. That and Rock the Casbah. That was probably 80s too, actually.
Rockin' the Casbah. Rockin' the Casbah.
My favorite is Lost in the Supermarket, but that's
about,
wasn't a radio hit.
How about Technotronic?
Oh, pump up the jam.
Pump it.
Oh my God.
Your feet are stomping.
And the jam is pumping. Look ahead, the crowd is jumping.
Pump it up.
Pump it up a little more.
Oh.
Let the body
Nobody
go
graduated
in
84.
See what that's where the party's at, because you know if you feel that.
Go on, Tony.
I did like Technotronic. I think that sold a lot of bike pants.
Oh, here's
is
another.
She talking about? Wait, hold on. Oh, safety. I thought. Do you know what I was gonna guess? What I was gonna do, Rough Girl. You already know. I was gonna do the safety dance because Rough Girl and I have this thing that any word will turn into the song.
Behind. Your friends don't dance if they don't dance with her. No friends of mine.
My girlfriend married Bruce Murphy. They're not married anymore, but she was married to him from Men Without Hats. True story. Cool. True story.
And she got the hat.
A Walk This Way. That was like the first that was like the first
that.
rock and hip hop artist collaboration.
Yeah.
Collaboration.
I love that version of it more than the original.
Oh yeah. Well, I was
Run DMC were great.
Yeah, I love Run DMC. I'm not a huge person, but don't judge me. People are out there.
Don't judge me.
Run's house.
Oh, here's another one.
Yep.
Rob Bass and DJ Easy Rock.
I want to rock right now. I'm not basically came to get down.
High.
I'm not internationally known, but I'm known to rock the microphone. You see, I get stupid. I mean outrageous. I'm not going on. I'm going to embarrass myself completely, but I know every word.
Oh,
Pete hates it when he put his head down. He's heard me sing that like a million times. Pete always just goes like this.
Oh, here's another good one too. A group, Duran Duran was real popular.
Yeah,
Hungry like the wolf, and they ate everything. They
get on yachts and do some blow. Duran, all coked out. On a yacht, just doing blow.
I have a fun fact about Biz Markie. If anyone remembers, it's not very recent, but it was a little while back. There was a children's show called oh my God, why can't I think? Yo Gabba Gabba. If anyone remembers that show, Biz
Yep.
Markie, who sang this. He did this song "Just a Friend." Oh, baby, you got what I need.
Oh,
You don't
yeah.
know who he is.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
all
He
attitude.
was a regular on Yo Gabba Gabba. He was Beatmaster Biz, and he used to do the beat of the day on that show. I always
The
thought that was
beat of
super
the day,
cool.
huh?
Yep, he would beatbox. He'd get on a beatbox.
Yeah.
Okay,
What
we've got
about Gloria
Yeah.
Stefan
Oh,
and the
yeah.
Miami Sound Machine?
Miami
yeah.
Sound Machine.
You shake
Rhythm
that
is
conga, I
gonna
know you
get
can
ya.
control yourself
Rhythm
any
is
longer.
gonna get ya.
Yeah, the rhythm's gonna
You
get
squeeze
you.
like cold chair.
Rhythm is gonna
Oh,
get ya.
Turn the beat around.
She got in a
Yeah,
bad
That is
turn
our
the beat
jam,
right?
Love
around.
Girl.
Yeah,
Didn't
she
she
was in a
almost
bad
die?
accident. Yeah,
Yeah.
uh-huh.
Oh, there's
Then
so
she
many
did that
great
song
ones.
coming out of the dark. Coming out of the dark.
Go on, Pete.
Yeah.
Yes.
I heard this
uh-huh.
today too. I heard this today on my the machine that I don't dare say her name because she'll talk. I was listening to like an 80s station on there, and that came on. That video was super cool. Does anyone remember that video?
I like that video.
Take
Take on me.
Yeah, that's what I was just saying. It was like the drawing
Such a good
kind of. It
song.
was like an animation, but ooh,
Yeah, it was
I did it
all
again,
Wait,
Pete.
is
I'm not-
Battle of Hell from the 80s or is it from the 70s?
70s.
Now you're pulling
Oh.
a Tina, Pete. Stop it.
I'm fairly certain it's the 70s. Bad out of hell.
I tell you who else was popular too. I remember was Phil Collins.
Oh God, yeah.
But, yeah, I brought up Genesis before.
Yeah, it's
My dad was like a big
1977.
Genesis is also a 70s band too, but
Oh my goodness! She's
Oh,
gonna
Rough
make me sing
Girl. Do you
everything
really
here.
remember? Culture Club, right?
Do you
Culture
really-
Club.
Yeah, George Michael.
Mhm.
Me.
That's in
So
the
wait a
wedding
minute. So
singer.
wait a
That's
minute.
really funny.
Meatloaf totally skips out on the 80s. What was Meatloaf doing in the 80s? What happened between 1977 and 1993?
Oh,
I
there
know
was
there's
another
stuff
album.
like there's Dead Ringer in
Dead
1991.
Ringer.
Oh, I think
That's
he was
it.
mainly popular in the 70s. I remember
That's
in
the
the
one where he's
70s.
got
Here we go.
Cher in the video with him, right?
I remember we used to go to this. It was called
He
the
got
Rocking Chair
so
Theater,
reamed.
and every weekend they'd play. You know what's? Oh, fuck! I'm drawing a blank on the movie.
All my favorites, like a prayer.
What's the movie? You know,
He
a sweet
like
transvestite. What's the movie?
Oh,
Rocky
Rocky
Horror
Horror.
Picture Show.
Thank you. They would play that every weekend, and people would show up with rice and toilet paper and.
I
squirt
did that every
guns and-
weekend in college.
my
Midnight
gosh.
showings. Midnight
That was-
showings at like Saturday nights in
Oh, that was
Boston.
such.
Actually, it was in Cambridge.
But yeah, Meatloaf got screwed on Bad Out of Hell. The contract he signed basically was just cash up front, so that he never
That
made
sucked.
anything on the back end. So
He
he got
didn't keep the
reamed because
library,
that
huh?
album still makes bank.
You know it.
And yeah,
I'm gonna step away for one moment. I do
What?
ladies room. I'm leaving you guys. Don't misbehave. Just kidding. Do what you want.
I make no
fine.
promises.
Pete, yeah, it'll be Pete's fault. Whatever happens.
Yeah, blame
of
Pete.
course. Why not? Yeah, just blame it on me. Blame it on the weird one.
Well, you're the one with the
Blame it
channel.
on the reader.
Blame it
Yeah.
on him.
reader.
That's the reader's
I was just
fault.
doing some reading. I don't know what you're talking about.
You look like a reader to me.
That's funny. Queen. Nobody say anything about Queen. I don't think.
I did. Like it is technically a 70s band, but they had huge hits in the 80s. I mean, just Live Aid on its own is just massive.
Freddie Mercury's just amazing.
Oh yeah, I mean, I got The Miracle on cassette.
Oh wow.
Hey. I think I've got the Highlander soundtrack, A Kind of Magic as well on cassette.
Oh, okay.
It's
Yeah.
a kind of magic.
Looking at this list, I guess apparently Whitney Houston came out in the 80s too.
Oh god, funny enough, and this is going to sound really terrible. Lyrics from Greatest Love of All. I decided long ago never to walk in anyone's shadow, and then there was another lyric where it's as long as I have my dignity or something like that is another lyric, and it's like, well, Bobby Brown took both of those away from you.
I got a story about him, don't I, Pete?
It's kind of sad because she was great in the 80s. She was really
Oh,
good. She had
yeah,
a great
she
Why you
was-
voice.
put me on the spot on your Bobby Brown story? Yeah,
You
you
know
got a
it.
Bobby Brown story.
Because it's
Yeah,
your
I know it.
prerogative.
I got a Bobby Brown story. Yeah, Bobby Brown wanted to take me home one night.
Whoa,
While he was married to Whitney Houston, I might add.
damn.
Yeah, while he had his album was out. That my prerogative. That's how long ago that was. Yep. He was mad. He wasted his whole night dancing with me, and I didn't go home with him. He's very upset with me. But
Oh, well.
months after that, when I went in that bar, he was like, "Hey, Tina, how's Bobby doing?" He's good. He's good.
I once was on a plane with Bobby Brown.
He's a little dude, ain't he?
Yeah.
I was on a plane with Ice Cube once. It was
I mean,
cool.
he was. I mean, he's nice. He was nice enough, I guess. He was just. He had like an entourage of guys with him, like I don't know if they're supposed to be his bodyguards or what, but
Ice Cube's entourage was two guys that were basically, they formed a wall when they stood next to each other. They were huge.
Oh, Sapphire
But,
Elf makes a good point here about Joe Esposito.
what about it?
The best from the Karate Kid movie.
You're the
One of
best
the big ones.
around.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Pete's all about them songs.
You're the best around.
Eye of the Tiger. Pete's all about them songs.
Yeah, I like Eye of
Oh, yeah.
Tiger.
I know.
like Joe
There's nothing better than a
Esposito.
good pump up song like that.
I like Peter Cetera quite a bit. I think
Oh, Gloria Love.
Here's another one.
Steve Winwood is another good one.
Who will fight for you?
I will be the hero that you've been dreaming of. Gonna live forever.
No one
Going
together. I really do like the Gloria Love.
Hero for the glory.
I like
Oh, it's so
Karate
good.
Kid too. Karate Kid 2 was great.
I just found. You know what my first 8-track, cassette tape was?
What was that?
I just seen it now. Jay Giles Band, Centerfold.
Oh, nice.
My blood
That was
runs
my-
cold.
Yeah.
My
blood
liberty
runs
has
cold.
just been sold.
My memory's just been sold. That's right.
Centerfold.
They played that on that station when I was driving home too. It's like, oh my god, I haven't heard this in 20 years.
But I do love those motivation songs, and especially in movies like that. Like Stan Bush did one for Bloodsport called "Fight to Survive," which was really cool. And
How about like Maniac?
he's a maniac. Funnily enough, as I've admitted to this, I've never seen all of Flashdance, but I know the soundtrack really well.
Man, Bust the Move came out in the 80s, huh?
Oh, I can sing that song.
Oh
way
yeah, of
through.
course.
This is a story for all the fellas trying to do what those ladies tell them.
Go on.
Boston Move.
Shut down when it play hard to get females
They
get
got
jealous. Okay, Smarty, go to a party.
Oh, dude.
I loved Young MC. I thought he was great.
That was a fun song.
Oh,
It
that's
was
cool.
great.
He's
It
like
was
your
awesome.
best friend Larry has a brother Harry.
Larry.
In 5 days from now, he's going to marry.
He's going to marry.
I think his name is.
It makes no
Dennis.
sense. There's something there that makes no sense. It
I'm
confuses
just
me.
thinking of the other song now, Pete.
She's dressed in yellow. She says hello. Son, come sit next to me, you fine fellow.
fine
Hello.
fellow.
You run over there without a second to move. What comes next? Hey, bust a move. You want it? I can't get high enough to do it.
Boston
No, I know
Move.
it's up there.
You want it.
There we go.
You
You
got it.
got it.
You
You
want
want
it.
it.
Baby, you
got
got it.
it.
There you go.
All cats
You
pretty
want
soon
it,
here.
baby, you
All the
got
cats are
it.
gonna start
Sorry.
searching us.
You were singing all the
In
stuff
the
I
city,
like. I was
ladies
saying,
free.
kid. That was funny.
Oh, apparently, it's Paul Abdul's "Straight Up" was out in the 80s too.
Oh, that's a good song.
Straight
Yeah.
up now.
Yeah.
I always liked Opposites Attract as well because it
Oh,
had
that was a
cartoon
cute
cat
song.
in it.
Yeah, it was a cute
With,
video. Yeah.
the cat.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was going to say Roger
I think
Rabbit.
she did
It was
something
not
with the
Roger
cat
Rabbit
again
in it.
very recently. You know,
Yeah,
it's probably
oh,
supposed to
really?
be something like Roger Rabbit, and they replaced it at the last minute. Who knows?
Yeah, you're probably right. Yeah. Celebration,
good.
Cool in the Gang. That was the 80s. I thought that was older.
Celebration. Jeez. That's
Mm.
played at every high school bloody dance as well.
Oh my goodness.
I
Hold on
know.
one moment. I have not
And
seen.
wedding. Don't forget
I
weddings.
think.
Don't you forget
Hold on,
about
I'm going
me.
to come right
Oh
back
god,
on
yeah.
camera.
I saw them live
Cool.
twice.
It's good to see you, Thade. It's been a while.
There's your
Hey,
the
Thade.
final countdown. I'm sure
Holy
you probably
crap, hey,
sang that already,
Thade.
Pete, right?
Yeah.
Hello.
Sis,
How do you do?
Howdy. Oh,
Hasn't
and I
played
missed
for
DL.
ages.
Where you
Oh, I
been,
missed a whole bunch
stranger?
of people. I mean, hi, DL. Hold on. Let me,
Yep.
Sup, DL?
Right.
Yeah.
I put the link in the group
hi,
page.
DL. And
Y'all are peeps in here.
Dadman Walking. How are you doing? Thank you for showing up. And then here we go. There we go. You remind me of the Babe. Pete, take it. Someone can take it. What Babe? The Babe with the power. What power? Power of voodoo. Voodoo. Come on. No one knows Dance Magic Dance from the
I
Lauper.
don't know that song actually.
The Goblin King. It was David Bowie. I got David
Bowie
Bowie
to
back behind me.
Are
on the
you
wall.
up there,
Oh my
Bowie?
Ozzy Osbourne, Crazy Train. That came out in the
There's
80s.
my Bowie up there if you guys can see it. Can you?
Yes, everybody can see it.
I'm showing off my Bowie and my
Do you
denim
smoke
skirt
grass
because I
in
got dressed up
space,
for the
Bowie, or do you smoke AstroTurf?
I missed a lot of people. Sorry.
Supersonic.
The S is for
Oh, what
super
was that?
and the
Oh.
U is for unique. The P is for perfection, and you know that we are freaks. The E is
Remember-
for exotic, and the R is for rap. So tell you, what is it? All you crazy people, just stay the hell back. Supersonic.
I don't
Rough
remember.
girl. I wish. Oh my gosh. See, if I had you up here though, everyone on the panel would leave because they're about to leave me.
Remember Bow Wow Wow?
Yes.
Oh, look, it's Markadelphia. How do
They
you
had-
do?
Oh, hey, Mark, how you holding up the old hood? I bet he's got to be. Is he still? He's still in the same place? My old neighborhood.
Oh, cool, J.
Let's dox him. Give us your address and your phone number and your firstborn's name and your social security
Well, I'm
number.
not saying any street. I just my old neighborhood. That's it. No one knows where I used to
I'm
be.
What's the name of your first pet?
Oh, you know what else came
His
out in the
name is
80s?
His name. gives away
Olivia
his city.
Newton-John's Physical.
Yes.
Let's
get
get physical. Physical.
Oh, you got so
Come on,
tender,
get
Pete.
physical.
You got so tender on that.
So this song,
He zipped
Let
up,
me hear your body
zipped up his
talk.
sweatcito. You got so
Pete, you
tender.
know who made a version of this song, but in a different version.
Yes.
I won't say it.
Dad man walking.
But think of a current rapper. Well, I want candy. They also
Oh,
did
you
that
know who I
really cool
like?
song 363 363 or something 390 go. That was Bow Wow, I think too. It was like an earlier song.
I'm seeing another one that came out in the 80s that I didn't know was Men at Work, and I like Men at Work.
Oh, I've been at work, but I'm Australian, so I have to.
You have to, yeah. Kind of obligated.
It's an
to.
imperative.
They were
It's like
good, though.
AC/DC, and
You know-
you're not allowed not to like it.
You know, about 3 or 4 years ago, what's the head lead singer guy's name? I can't think of his name. Do you know it,
Of
Tony?
what? Sorry,
Of Men at
which
Work.
band?
Men at
Colin
Work.
Hay.
Yeah, he was touring over here.
Yeah, he does solo work. He's good.
He sounds the same.
Oh yeah, yeah. He did like the Book of Love is long and boring, right?
I don't know, but he
Okay,
sounded
yeah.
the same with what I heard.
Oh yeah.
The commercial or whatever. He sounded exactly the same as he always has.
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
God.
it's good.
Here's a song I used to just loathe because they played it every 15 minutes. Was Total Eclipse of the Heart. Ugh. Ugh.
Good tune.
I love that song.
Ah.
That is a good
One
tune.
time I
It was on
falling
every
in love.
channel, every station. I mean, you would
Mhm.
switch stations to get away with it and be on the next station. It's like, for God's
This-
sakes.
Funny Colin Hay story because he's actually Scottish.
Yeah.
He's a Scottish, but he has dual citizenship with Australia.
Got that wonky eye.
He was
too.
He was coming back to Australia, and he handed his passport over, and the guy at customs looks at it and he goes, "Come from land down under my ass."
Uh,
Like stamped it and handed it to him.
Welcome.
I know exactly where you live, Mark. You were right around the corner from my friend, actually. I was more down on 2 Street. Second.
Oh, there you go, right down on 2 Street.
That's what they call it during the Mummers Parade. They go down 2 Street. That's the South Philly way.
Mm.
Even though it's Queens Village. I don't even consider it really South Philly, even though it's considered South Philly.
Oh, here's Michael Jackson's girlfriend, Diana Ross, Upside Down. That came out in the 80s, apparently.
Diana Ross. Yeah.
Boy, you
Boy,
turn
turn
me
me
inside
inside out,
round and round.
round and round.
Who did Must Have Been Love? I
Upside
know the
down,
song.
you turning me, giving
That's
love
Roxette.
instantly.
Roxette, that's what
Must
it
have
was. You're right.
been love, but it's over.
But it's over now.
Roxette.
Oh, I was listening to that on
I
my
used
cassette.
to teach music. This is awful.
I have the
So bad.
cassette of Look Sharp, and I was listening to it last week. So that
Oh,
song was the
wow.
last song on side B. No, hang on. No, sorry, no, that's off the second album. Never mind. I'm insane.
Did y'all
Um,
mention I Love Rock
Because-
and Roll yet?
Oh hell yeah!
Oh, the other night, people were
Joan
telling me
Jett.
that I reminded them of Joan Jett, and I was like, "That's the biggest compliment you could ever give me," because I love her. I love her.
She was
Um,
good.
She was awesome.
Yeah.
Bad Reputation. That was like one of my favorites.
Oh well, yeah. Everybody loved that. Yeah.
I just wanted to address Dadman Walking's comment. He says, "What's bad is that the songs from the '80s are now the elevator music or played in stores these days. Now I feel really old."
Isn't that crazy?
You were
Yeah.
just saying earlier how it's like
Yeah,
considered classic rock
absolutely
now.
did, man.
Even songs from the '90s are, and it's we were saying the
Yeah.
same thing. It's like that makes
Oh,
you
like
feel old.
the commercial radio stations here. Well, they used to be like songs from the '60s, '70s, and '80s, and now it's like
Yeah.
'80s, '90s, and 2000s.
Oh
Yeah,
no,
and
it
it's
was never
like-
'80s. I
And
don't
the
remember
thing is
80s.
too that the
being-
'90s songs that they play now were music they wouldn't dare play back in the day because
Oh,
they're
hell
like,
no.
"Oh, we're not playing that. We're not playing Faith No More. Screw that." And it's like, well, screw you.
Wait, hold on. Oh, sorry. I'm talking to myself. I didn't mean
Rat,
I should just be-
rat, yeah. Got 2 tickets
is-
to Paradise.
I guess
Okay,
Thriller
I
came
have-
out in the '80s too. Thriller,
I
and
should
also
have worn
Beat
my
It.
Blondie shirt tonight. That's what I
Sorry?
should have worn. You spelled Blondie wrong though. It is IE, rough girl, just
Yeah.
so you know. But who cares? But I should have worn my Blondie shirt instead of my
Yeah.
maroon shirt.
Ah,
I
it
have
doesn't
Blondie
matter.
shirt. And this is another one. I love that song. Stevie Nicks. She's a witch.
Stevie Nicks is awesome.
My dad was in love with her.
Behold the witchcraft of this Stevie
Yeah,
Nicks.
Stevie. Yeah, a lot of guys.
Burner the steak.
When I
She's-
went to high school, Stevie Nicks was like every guy loved Stevie Nicks, like that old Farrah Fawcett picture in the red bathing suit.
You
They
can
loved
talk to me. Talk
I'm
to
just
me.
trying
I
to
love
find
that
this-
song. That was
this
so good.
picture. I'm still here.
She's
I'm
still
just
on
You
getting
have a
the-
unique voice. I really
Yelling
like
to
the
my
voice.
backside, yelling to my butt.
Billy Goat. She got the Billy Goat voice.
My mail open. I sent pictures to my email to try and get these '80s pictures up, but I couldn't find the Cabbage Patch Kid one yet.
It's gone rotten.
Yeah, what about Care Bears, man? You remember those
Care
guys?
Bears.
Care Bears there, man.
Those were satanic little buggers, those things.
I know. I didn't
Yeah,
like
they're
them
all
either.
cannibalistic, like
I didn't
Ewoks.
like them. They used to irritate
Yeah,
me.
I
watch out
liked,
for those Care Bears.
Strawberry Shortcake was like a big.
Mainly,
Yeah,
it was
my-
the girls that collected them. The girls that collected the Care Bears that were still in their late 20s used to really irritate me. Like, they'd have like every color, you know. It's like, really? I don't have a big enough bed for that bullshit. Okay. I just didn't
I
You'd
don't
moved
got a
on-
big
you'd-
enough
you'd
bed
moved on to
for
Pound
all these
Puppies.
toys.
Pete's gonna make a song out of it for me. Thank you, Pete.
Rainbow
Why Stevie
Bright.
be
That was
more
another
famous than he already is? Famous friend now.
Rainbow Bright is full.
Aren't you excited, Pete?
This is
one. Pete's excited.
Did you tell everybody yet? Huh? Have you shared that info yet, Pete?
Oh, Pete, you should.
Yeah, Pete. Do
Everybody,
it.
I slammed my bird in a car door.
This Tuesday night on Fade to Black with
Yes,
Jimmy
yeah.
Church. Okay, this Tuesday night on Fade to
Tuesday
Black
night.
with the Jimmy Church, he's having the one and only Pete McCarthy from Creepy Little Book on.
That's
So I want
right,
all you
everybody.
guys to be there. I'll put the link up in the
Be there.
on the Facebook page, and I'll put it
Or
up
you're
on Twitter
banned
for
for
whatever it's
life.
worth. I don't have very many followers on Twitter, but you guys on the Facebook page will see it. So you got to be there to support our buddy.
Tina, have you written anything in the chat yet?
I said hello earlier.
Okay. Well, I'm going to make you a mod, so maybe you can drop some
Oh,
links if
good.
you need to.
I'm not a mod in enough streams. Hang on, wait a minute.
Well, you have to mod me. I'm telling you right now, because there's some. If I do it, it's going to take me. You know how long it'll take me.
Make me a mod, damn it.
Where are you?
Tina can
though? I'm
have,
trying to find
Tina
you.
can have a
Comment
wrench.
again.
I've got a
just-
spanner because I'm Australian.
Comment again so I can find you. There you go.
Spanner.
I almost
Sit
put you in
crying
timeout.
to
Right?
Kind of being a grand spanner.
I need to make it to the couple of other shows I haven't been at the last couple of weeks because of Christmas and being sick and stuff. Otherwise, they're going to unmod me.
Will you put
Which,
comment?
yeah, whatever.
Comment in there too. Just so you have. Just make sure you guys will have. And then.
Don't be cruel to heart that's true.
gone. Didn't
I lost my
finish.
place. I
Spanish.
lost my place.
Okay.
That's as far as I'm taking
Yeah, I'm
it.
sure. I'm sorry. I guess because nobody was
Where's-
interrupting you.
Yeah, that's when he just goes like silent always.
Yeah.
We know how.
Oh,
we
I'm
know.
sorry. I'm Mr. Silent over here then. Never mind. I'll
Yeah,
just,
yeah.
So,
Okay,
let me
never
just
mind.
zip up
Oh,
the
yeah,
old
you
trap
live
right
on
away.
there?
Let me zip it up. I'm over here telling everybody I slammed my dong in a car door and everybody's all
Tony, will
doesn't
you
even
post
care.
something in the chat too?
I thought you
Make
said
sure
your
you're alive.
bird.
It's
Calling
the
it
only
your
way I
bird?
know how to do it. So, oh man, I just found I found one of my school pictures from elementary school. It's pretty bad. It's
I forgot to
Nobody wants to
mention.
see your pictures from elementary
I forgot
school.
to mention last
Oh,
thing
wait,
about Pete on
You're
Fade to
so-
Black. You guys guess what the topic is going to be? This is going to be so exciting. I can't wait. Antarctica.
what is it?
yeah.
Antarctica.
Is that really what you're talking about on Tuesday?
Yeah.
Yes, that's exactly what we're talking
It's gonna
about.
be
It's the mystery,
awesome.
mystery of
only my most
Antarctica.
favorite- Only my most favorite subject. I can't wait. I'm so
It's
looking
gonna be
forward to it.
freaking great.
I can't.
It's
find
going to be
it.
something
You
else,
never,
folks.
you never
Yeah.
commented in the chat for me to do that, so you're not listening. You're paying. Oh, here. I know who can help me. Hi, Kai.
look who's
How are
here.
you doing? Nice
Here,
to
here's
see
your
you.
Guy.
He came to
Hello.
to talk some ESMR to us, Tina.
Oh, good. Okay.
You know he's doing a channel. He's going to do a channel, and I said that you and I would promote him
There you go.
to all the women.
Is it Fade to Black Radio, Pete?
Hola, mi amor.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Hola.
to
Cool. I'm
interrupt
gonna
you.
subscribe to it.
with Jimmy Church.
Yeah, Jimmy Church. Yeah, that's it. Cool.
¿Qué onda? ¿Qué
Subscribe.
onda, güey? ¿Qué
Um,
pasa?
We'll see. I'm excited. It's going to be very exciting.
What
Hell
time
yeah.
is it at again?
2
It's
o'clock?
10 p.m. our time.
Oh, it's 2
On
o'clock my
Tuesday.
time. Sorry.
Is it
Your show on Tuesday is at 10 p.m.
Yeah,
Okay.
Tuesday, 10 p.m.
10
Eastern
p.m.
time.
Gotcha.
Eastern time?
Yeah.
You got some love, Tina.
Love you back,
Yeah, love
deranged.
you, Ben. Oh, look,
Deranged.
there you go. Rough Girl will sub to that channel too, guy. It's funny. He's getting everyone with the voice. Wait, what did I miss before that he posted? Sorry. I'm doing really good with this chat thing, aren't I?
Beastie
think so.
Boys.
Yes,
Yeah,
you're
but
getting
what
good
is-
with it.
But what's from that? I missed what if he posted something before. Never mind. Okay. Cool story, bro. So moving on. Who roller skated in the 80s?
Hmm?
I
Roller
did.
skating?
I love roller
Not-
skating. I was
Not
good at it.
on rollerblading. No
No.
rollerblading. That does
No.
not count.
No, we did it for school sport. It was
Yeah,
awesome.
we did it in school too. We did actually in well, not
We went to
school.
we went
did
to
it
a
in,
rink
gym
and
class.
listened to the hits of the day as the DJ played them, and then went around the thing. It was great. Listen to
That's-
some We Built This City on rock and roll.
Built
Oh,
this
there we go.
city
That's some Starship, right?
Yep,
and
Starship.
city on rock and roll.
Who has the
In the
money
90s, though. I was still
Underneath
underneath the
the
bar? Who has the wrecking ball?
There he
Do
goes.
I can't. My voice keeps breaking.
Night, Mark. Thanks for coming.
Oh, good night, Mark.
It's awesome seeing you. I hope
Night,
you feel
Mark.
Thanks for
better.
being here. Thanks for tuning in with us as we
Listen,
talk about
Evie.
absolute
Great
nonsense from
stuff.
the 1980s.
Oh, punk waddle. No. Just kidding. You're out.
I-
You're kicked out.
I never did rollerblading because I wasn't very good
I
at
didn't
ice
either.
skating.
I was a good ice skater, but I
I
stuck to the OG, the roller skating. I actually went roller skating about 7 years ago. Like there was this old school roller rink in Richmond, Virginia,
Oh,
and
I wouldn't do
went
it
roller skating.
now.
I could still do it, surprisingly enough.
Did you
Backwards
ever-
I could probably
Did you
do
ever
it, but
go
I
to a
mean, if I
wooden
fell
roller
over, I'd really hurt myself.
Oh my God! Can you imagine Tony now? Oh my God! I'd fall and break my
bones
hip.
don't flex anymore; they break.
No,
I,
I know.
I would be allowed to now. My bones
Yeah.
would break now, but
I can't. That's why I can't rollerblade because I sprained my left ankle so bad. They said it would have been better if I'd have broke it. I mean, I was
Oh,
on.
weird.
I was sprained so bad I had a cast on it. on crutches for 3 months.
You're trying to be pro of the roller boys.
I was trying to kill a fly, and I had a pair of Skechers on, and the ones that have like
Are you
that
doing a back spin kick or
about
something?
an inch
on
and a
roller?
half. No, they had like about an inch and a half sole on them, And I was jumping up because the fly was right at almost where the ceiling started. And I was jumping up and trying to kill it. And I jumped up. The third time I came back down, my left foot folded under my leg. And I have to date have never felt a pain that bad. All I could do is scream. I was on my back just screaming, and my boyfriend at the time was like, I don't know what to do.
I can feel that. That feels horrible.
Oh my God. And I mean to tell you, before I got up off that ground, my ankle was the size of a football. I didn't know my leg could swell that much. It was horrible.
Spraining your ankle does that. It's
swollen leg. Everybody sees it swollen.
Oh, it was horrible.
It's as red as can be.
We used to do
Mexico.
in grade 5, 6, I think it was, in 7 actually. It was like we'd alternate between squash, roller skating, ice skating, indoor cricket.
Explain squash to Americans. What's squash?
It's like racquetball, but the ball's smaller and the racket is smaller.
Like badminton?
Sorry?
Like badminton?
Well, it's played like racquetball. You hit it against the walls. The ball's like about that big. It's like a little black ball about yay big.
Okay.
Racquetballs are about yay big that are blue.
They're bigger, yeah. They're blue usually.
And you got a bigger head on your racket. But and then indoor cricket was one, and then the 5th week was like multi-court, which is just like boring as shit. But sorry,
multi-court. I was thinking like multi-pass.
Lilo Dallas multi-pass. Yeah, no, that was Australian sports. But yeah. It was kind of cool.
Yeah.
I mean, going roller skating for sport on a Friday afternoon, that was awesome.
Oh, I used to love roller skating when I was little. My mom had me on skates about the time I could walk.
My mom
I grew up roller skating
and ice skates. Yeah, me too. And ice skating too. We used to go ice skating on ponds. Nowadays that's like so.
Courtney, did you go to Sears and buy the little roller skates? Remember at Sears used to sell them?
Yes, and I also remember the Sears catalog. Pete and I have had this conversation. Pete and I was put
the Sears catalog.
Have had this conversation. That was like the biggest.
Yeah, regarding
thing.
the Sears catalog, the Sears catalog was a big deal.
It was like reading like the funnies on Sunday. It was like that important.
Yeah,
like I would lay on my on the living room floor at my grandma's house.
Thing. Yeah,
look at all the toys. All the toys.
That was a thing. Commandeering that part of the newspaper on a Sunday from your folks. It's like, yeah, we got to read this. What's happening in the news? And it's like, look, I don't care about nuclear Armageddon. Give me the goddamn cartoons.
Uh-huh.
My mom, we never got it, but my mom and Pop-Up used to like save them for my brother and I. So I remember like going over there and they'd always be like folded in half and saved for us. That was how we got to see them.
That's a real lost art these days. You don't really see that so much anymore.
No. Everything's online.
Do they do them at all?
Everything's digital
anymore?
Yeah, they still do.
I won't say the local paper in the town I was living in Colorado had but it was only like 2 little comics at the comic strips.
The sad thing is that the newspapers here are just full of spelling mistakes and typing errors, and don't you have a spell checker?
They do it here too. Well, I don't know about in the town I live in here, but
that and they don't fact check, and they just like go, oh bugger it, we'll just write this. Who cares if they sue us?
Oh, the news is full of lies. What a shock!
This just in.
God,
this just in.
I for one am flabbergasted, and I don't know what to say anymore. The news is nothing but lies.
Hang on, I'm trying to catch my breath.
I got
I'm
interviewed
clutching
once
my pearls right now.
Oh no, I got interviewed once and they completely misquoted me. I lost my shit at them.
Look how important Kai is. Like she don't even give me one, but she gives because you're better looking. That's not fair.
Dude, I gave you a wrench.
You gave me a wrench?
Yes, that's what I told you to post in the chat.
Type something.
Testing. Oh, there it is. Oh.
Yeah.
Don't you dare! You
Jeez.
were the first
Hey.
one, honey. I
Jeez,
got you
Tina.
first, okay?
All right,
I
I'll
tried to
shut up
get
then.
Pete and Tony, but neither of them would post in the chat, and that's the only way I know
I'm
how to do it.
already
okay.
wrenched or spanned.
Oh, you were the first. You were wrenched. I forgot that.
Yeah,
but Pete doesn't
I'm
want to be wrenched, I
spanned.
guess. It's okay.
Call me Sid Chrome.
No, that's fine.
He
I
doesn't
don't need
listen to
one.
me. He doesn't pay attention to anything I say. These are facts, everyone. Total facts.
Fact.
Pete
It's a
just waits for you to
fact.
slip up and
Oh,
say
look who's
something
here.
stupid so he can call you out on it. Then he gets you. That's when he's
What
paying
happened?
attention.
So bit what?
He's
What
paying
happened to
attention
you?
when you say something stupid, Courtney. That's usually what I find. When I say something stupid, there he is. He's right in there.
Hold
It's
on.
a
Oh,
fact.
I knew I can't do it from there.
Hey,
Sorry.
Carol, cookies.
I can't do that from
Hey,
there.
Carol,
Oh,
how are
God,
you?
I am going
reach around from here.
to this and
Bishes.
I think I'm buying a penis
Deb, if you want to come
bone.
on, I'll send you a link. Say yes or no in the chat.
That's right,
And
chicken
you
head.
should be
penis bump.
you should have a wrench now. I can't speak. I'm like, hey.
Sing
Yeah,
it,
she
Pete.
goes.
Wrenched.
Sing it,
Gonna
Tim's
Pete.
dog.
make it real.
Oh, there we go. Tim Dog. Pineapple pizza equals fire.
Every time I see the pineapple emoji, I think do you guys remember that like viral video? It was like the pineapple pen song.
I have
I
no
have
idea
a
what you're talking
pen.
about.
I don't
I have
either.
an apple pen or apple pen. It was so dumb.
I don't know what you're talking about. That's horrible.
Just Google pineapple pen on YouTube. I'm not
No,
playing.
I'm
it.
not going to waste any of my
It's like
brain
Bandwidth.
power on that.
keystrokes. I'm not going to waste any of my valuable keystrokes on that.
Pineapples belong on pizza and nowhere else.
I like pineapple. I don't like it on pizza because I don't like fruit on pizza. But
I don't think I hate it,
I
but I
actually
don't
like
order
the
it.
sweet and savory taste. Sort of
I would.
thing.
I mean, I
like-
would eat it, but I just don't order it.
I like a spicy pepperoni.
I don't
Oh, yeah,
hate
that's
it, but it's
good.
nothing I
That's good.
crave.
No, I don't crave it either.
Spicy
Right, you know
pepperoni
what I mean?
on my pizza.
I'm not going to go for a piece of pizza with pineapple on it first. I'm going to tell you that.
I really can't eat it anymore anyway because it spikes my blood sugar and I don't want to go blind. So
God love you.
Mm.
Take away all the
Where
good
are we
things.
going blind? It's fun, isn't it?
Well, there's other ways to go blind, I've been told.
it'll make shooting down at the range real interesting.
That was funny, Tina. I got that. I understood.
Snuck one in.
she
sure paying
she got her funny in.
Yeah, I'm so funny.
Ooh, on the streets tonight.
Okay.
I'm going to see who's ready to go.
I had another question for everyone about the 80s, and now I just totally lost my train of thought.
Uh-oh.
Sorry.
It'll come
did.
back to you.
Somewhere out there.
I got another little bit of show and tell actually.
Whip it out,
what-
show
Come on,
it
let me make
off.
you-
in the days before like PlayStations and Xboxes and stuff like that.
Atari 5200 days?
Not for me, but yeah, the 2600 was
Pong?
out.
Pong.
But Pong was quite.
I had a
seven
Pong.
thing.
Don't laugh at me, but I had a Pong.
I had these Game & Watches from Nintendo,
These nuts.
which are
Jeez.
just a little LCD game, but that was so fun and quite challenging. This one's dead because if you can see that black on the screen, the LCD's rotting through. But this was 1983, the best technology 1983 had to offer. But yeah, so that's where I started gaming was with these, all down at the fish and chip shop playing like Pac-Man or Choplifter or Frogger.
Right.
Or
I remember
Donkey Kong.
turning Galaga over. I used to turn Galaga.
Galaga was
Loved it.
good.
Love that game.
Good stuff. Fun stuff. So yeah. So gaming
Yeah,
in the
gaming
80s
was a
was
different
rudimentary,
animal.
but it was still challenging.
It was great.
Yeah.
I had a time machine. I'd definitely go back to the 80s. Do it all over again.
Oh hell yeah.
It'd be awesome.
I didn't know if you had something else to show, Tony. That's why I had you. I
Oh,
didn't
no,
mean to
that's all
keep you on blast like that.
That was just, I thought, I'll talk about these things. I did a little
What about
video
that?
on them a while back, but
How you
Yeah.
doing?
there we go.
That's fine,
Off your
Carol's
phone,
cookies.
Carol's
I
cookies.
still love you.
You can't get on it like that. You'll break it.
What?
So
Carol's still
okay,
fighting
let's
the
go back
spiders.
to how about TV shows from the 80s.
Oh,
Night Court,
Lots.
man.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
nice one.
man, Night
That was
Court.
quick.
That's
Quick on the draw.
there's rumors
go
they're
with,
trying to bring
like,
that back
They are bringing
Family
it back.
Ties,
with John
Cosby
Larroquette.
Show.
Yeah, John Larroquette's going to be involved. I think anybody who's still
Is
alive
Richard
is
Mole still
involved.
going to be in it?
I don't know. I haven't heard any mention of Richard Mole.
He's because I think he's the only other one that's still alive. Most
Yeah,
of them are
maybe
dead
they'll
now,
have him
which
do a
is sad.
cameo appearance of some kind. Who knows?
Well, I know one thing. That was back in the day when Saturday Night Live was actually good.
Yeah,
Oh God, it used to be really good.
Hmm I mean, that's look who all came from Saturday Night Live. Shit.
everybody.
Hmm Yeah.
Now I don't even know who's on Saturday Night Live.
Me neither. And
I don't either.
they're so unfunny. I mean, you could take 2 4-year-old kids and come up with better stuff.
I think
It's like
I
know
don't
who
really
their-
watch it anymore, but
No, you can't. I don't know who their audience is.
I
Because
think
they're
for a
awful.
while I know Andy Samberg was pretty much carrying it,
What is-
but
Hmm.
but he's not on it anymore.
It's
I
a
can't
mystery.
imagine why they're still on TV. I really can't.
Lorne Michael won't let it go.
It's just a political statement at this point.
Street Fighter 2, love that. Sure, you
Hold on
can.
one moment. The animals are trying to get in.
Those damn
Hi,
animals.
everybody.
Joe Yogan!
I got contract.
Never
Never understood what he said. I just thought it was like a great ground check. I don't know what it is. Yoga fire, yoga flame,
Working cookies.
Yeah.
Hello.
sonic
Sonic
boom,
boom.
sonic
Hello.
boom.
Three's
Psycho
Company.
What is this
pressure.
new? What is
Was
this
Three's
new?
Company the 70s or the 80s?
70s.
That's the
70s?
That's
Okay.
wasn't it the 80s too? Though
Oh, it might
feel
have
like I
still been
watched that.
going.
maybe they were just playing reruns in the 80s because
I mean, it was
watched that
based
a
off.
lot.
It was based off Man About the House from England, which was definitely 70s.
I remember watching Cheers a lot back then.
Yeah, Cheers was huge. It was
Like it
80s.
was always on when I got home from work or something.
Pete, what are you doing?
You don't know.
Street Fightering.
Yeah,
Oh.
Street Fighter.
Spinning back kick.
Hadouken!
Oh, okay.
What year
I
did
tell you what I loved, which is not really an American show, but was Benny Hill.
Oh yeah, Benny Hill was
I
great.
used to watch
Is that
Benny
the
Hill. But
80s?
that's from
No, it went. It was still
70s.
going in the 80s, but I
Okay.
think it was late 70s.
Pee-wee's Playhouse that was the 80s.
Yeah, that was
Pee-wee's
80s.
Playhouse.
Yeah.
That I was.
Pee-wee was
Yeah.
all 80s. Like, Pee-wee
I
was
think
all
I was
80s.
too old.
From the movies onwards.
I think I was just too old for it. I don't know.
Too old for Pee-wee.
Hmm
Sorry.
Yep.
Yep.
Sorry, Pee-wee. I'm just too old for you.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I know you have a
Where's
red
Rachel?
bag.
He just needs that up there for a second. Oh boy. So we've got a spork here. I don't know what the new thing's all about.
Did those come out in the 80s?
Sports.
I am the spork. And the drama the, spork has caused. My God.
The spork will defeat the spiders.
Hate spiders.
It might. Fucking spiders.
Sorry, I'm laughing at the
Spider
chat.
spork does whatever a spider spork can.
I was never afraid of him until I got bit by a brown recluse. And then I was on a whole different
Yeah,
attitude.
fuck
Hell
that.
no,
Sorry,
yeah.
sorry language, but
Hell
screw
to
that
no.
spider.
Oh my God, Tony. Yeah, you know what?
That
And thank God
that spider can go to hell.
I had.
We had
I
those in
don't,
Colorado.
I don't remember I had a cold
Scary.
or something, but I just so happened to be on an antibiotic when I got bit, and that saved my butt. But I still got a pretty huge scar on my forearm.
Anything
from
that
it.
causes necrosis of the flesh can just
Right?
die.
Oh
There's
my
that
God!
part of
And you should have seen the blister. The blister was the size, the width of my arm. It was
Yeah.
horrifying. It was horrifying. I mean, I woke up and it was swelling up, and it just kept going and going and going. I'm like, oh shit! So of course I went straight to
They
the
have
We
to
hospital.
got
cut
we
it
got
out?
we got a spider in Australia called a white tail, and it does the same thing.
Oh, wait a minute! I
it'll-
think I've seen something about that, Tony.
Yeah, it's got necrosis of
Oh, it's
when it bites
horrible.
you. It's a prick. It's an absolute
Right.
prick.
got all
And it's
kinds
not
of
a big
stuff that'll
spider
kill
either.
you.
It's I bet yay big. It's quite small, but you just
Well, so's a brown recluse. Little nasty
Yeah,
bastards.
pain in the neck.
You got all kinds of stuff that'll kill you over there.
Oh yeah, Australia's great. You know, we
Mhm.
we live hard.
Bad as Florida.
But we don't have cool animals like bears and things like that, or wolverines, or
You don't have little Wolverines? Where
No.
are Wolverines from?
up
Canada.
North Canada and
Are they Canada? Okay.
Canada and like that the
got it.
sort of far Northern American
Okay.
states. Yeah.
Gotta
Tony,
watch
what's
out for
the
the
story?
Wolverines.
I know we don't
I
have
mean
them
they
here.
kill commies as well.
They
Uh-oh.
do.
Wolverines. More Red Dawn. I may watch that later.
What was the spider experience that you and Tony and Carol's Cookies bonded over?
What happened?
He's getting inundated by spiders, and it's a war against the spiders.
Oh,
Yeah,
Don't like
it came at me.
I
Evil
totally get it.
The
You know
evil
what they're gonna do.
the evil arachnids are taking over.
Yeah, you don't know what they're going to do. You don't know which direction they're going to go.
Oh, no.
I
Well, they
just
got-
hate 'em.
And that's it. They got all the eyes, and they're like, "Yeah, I can look at you here and look over there and do this." It's like,
They've got too
I
many
went to go
eyes.
kill one, and I missed, and I knew I missed, but then the spider was just gone. So
Oh, yeah.
now he's pissed.
it's
because
now
I
planning.
swatted at
It's
him,
now planning an
Your
attack.
death. I know.
and
That's one good
the
thing
only-
about having cats.
Oh yeah,
The only people around was Tony and Jesse's chat, and
yeah.
Jesse was playing video games. Tony paid attention to me, and
Oh,
Yeah,
got
no.
to
Well,
experience the spider.
like
thing.
we have it's a non-lethal spider called a huntsman. It's about big as your hand. Or
Ugh, Jesus.
they can get
No.
about that big.
no.
But they just eat insects. They do have a
No.
nasty set of teeth on there. So if you get bitten by one, you do know
No.
about it.
no.
But and back in the this is an 80s reference. Remember when high top shoes became a big thing? You know,
Yeah.
if you weren't a basketballer, well, it was here anyway. They became a big thing. I used to leave my high tops outside because I didn't want them stinking the
No,
place
I know
up.
where this is going.
Spider went into it and went, nice and nice little place,
Stinky and
nice little
moist.
cave. I put my foot in it and it bit my toe, my big toe, and I just kicked the thing. I went, what the? So poor spider got crushed, and I was like, that hurt a lot. But you could always tell if a spider got too low because it had like 7 or 6 legs. I went, hey, the cat got you.
Right?
Funnel web spiders?
Yeah, my patio looks like a lizard
Funnel
graveyard.
webs suck.
I'm always throwing out dead lizards, like half bodies, and it's like
Fungal webs suck, and yes, they are getting bigger. I think they're breeding with something else. It's like arachnophobia. The big spider has come along, and they're
Over there?
breeding with it. Oh yeah, yeah, down in Sydney. They're bigger in Sydney. Yeah, huntsmen are good. I mean, I don't.
What
Like
is
as
that?
I was saying the other day, spiders are fine when they're out there doing their own thing, but as soon as they get onto the concreted areas, it's like, no, that's my domain. Go
What is
out,
a
go out in the
huntsman?
grass and the trees and stuff.
It's like,
I'm paying
can someone
rates
explain
here.
what a
Go
huntsman
away.
is?
Right.
Is that a bug?
That's right.
Sorry,
Is a
huntsman? No,
a-
huntsman's a spider.
Spider.
Oh, it's another spider. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, they're just
Shut up, Dio.
Oh, Dio, that's mean. That's mean.
He's not going to get me. He's going to get Courtney first.
It can't get me because I'll die.
Spider's gonna
Okay, because I'll die of fear.
Get you.
'Cause I'm a
Spider's
chicken
gonna
shit.
get you.
He's going to get you.
Spider's gonna
Spider's
get
gonna
you.
get me. No, it's
Tonight.
not gonna
Dun,
get
dun,
me.
dun, dun. Oh well.
Oh man.
Oh, sorry, I'm
Make
just
your
going.
Raquel out too.
No, DL. I've never seen a yowie.
I was
just
never
the
afraid of
just the
spiders.
chocolate.
Yowie.
Just the
I
chocolate.
was not afraid
yowie,
of
but not-
spiders.
not-
When I was in college, true story. I had pet tarantulas. I had 2 of them, and I let them
Ooh,
crawl.
Courtney.
Let it crawl all over me. See, if you
Ah.
know that a spider, like
Nah.
if you handle it from when you have it and whatnot, I'm okay with that. But when I moved to Colorado and they had brown recluse and black widows, and there was
Nah.
a black widow
Nah.
on the wall right in front of me as I was sitting down taking a pee one day,
Mm.
scared the death out of me. I thought it was gonna like lunge on me. It was
No,
crazy.
they can piss right off.
We have something called a wolf spider here, and it's
Yeah, I know
good
that.
Yeah,
size.
we had those. Yeah, they just
Right, but they're not poisonous. But I remember
They're just scary looking.
I remember driving to work one day, and I sort of glanced because you catch something move out of the corner of your eye, and it was sitting right on my door, like right next to me. I literally about killed everybody on the highway. I'm not even kidding. That terrified me.
I always hated how like if you stamp on the ground like go away and they run at you and you're like, what the fuck are you doing?
Why do they do that?
I don't know. I think they're just saying. I think they're trying to go. No, you piss off.
Apparently, but you're right. They do. They come
They
right
just
at
run
you.
at you. And I'm like, what are you doing? I can stomp you. You
It's always
stupid
when you're barefoot
arachnid.
too.
I think that you're not supposed to. I heard if you like smash like with certain bugs or whatever that they can lay their eggs. Spiders, especially like if they're pregnant or something, they can lay eggs and then you spawn like all different spiders. Is that a total like wives' tale?
That sounds like an urban legend thing. Like the person who had the
I usually
boil
believe
and
all those.
popped and all spiders
never
came
know.
out of their face.
You never know. You don't know. I'm very superstitious. I'm superstitious.
You should live in Mexico.
I've been to Mexico twice.
Chupacabras.
I had a ginormous, like, God, those snails down there. The snails were like this big. Oh no, that was
big snails here in Florida too. We got a lot of water, I guess.
Is that Deb? Are you knocking?
Oh, I'm not knocking. Why would I be knocking?
That's your cat. Did you hear that? That's your
yes,
cat.
Raquel Yowie is sort of like an Australian version of a Bigfoot. Oh, there's bunyips as well, but yeah, sort of. That sort of thing.
Oh man, yeah, you guys are creeping me out with the spider talk.
Bronze, okay.
Oh, we're just referring to Carol's War on Spiders, War on the Arachnids.
War on the Arachnids.
Let me see if I can get one of these pictures up. Any 80s picture, because I had a picture of safety. That's what I was talking about. How unsafe we were as children.
What was that Jeff Boxer? Are you talking about putting a 900-pound TV on a TV tray? Go on, let him play around with it. He'll learn.
If you see a spider egg pulsing, run. Yes, good advice. I agree. Absolutely, Raquel. Screw that.
Oh, hey, Raquel.
I don't mind what spiders do as long as they do it over there and not near me. Same with snakes and things like that.
What's really weird is all the years, I mean, since I was a kid, I used to go camping. My best friend, her mother was a Boy Scout leader. Her father was a Cub Scout leader. I was in Girl Scouts throughout my 20s, my 30s, my 40s. I used to go camping constantly. And it wasn't until I came here to live with my mother, within the first few months of being here, I see the two most poisonous snakes in the state of Florida.
Ooh.
And all them years of camping,
Wonderful.
I camped in the Everglades, for Christ's sakes, you guys. In the Everglades with the alligators.
Full of gators.
I
See,
was sitting here
creep me out
one night on my patio, and I noticed a cat jump to go at something, and I thought it was, we have a lot of these, it's like a small snake, it's called a ringnet, and they're completely harmless. It's one of the few snakes I will walk over and just pick up with my bare hands. I thought it was that, and just by the grace of God, I seen more stripes turn out to be a damn coral snake.
Oh, shit.
Yep. And then the other one, I seen a copperhead.
Coral snakes are one of the most venomous bloody snakes.
And those are the two most like poisonous snakes here in Florida. And wow, my whole life I'd ever seen one until I got here. I'm like, damn, this is a wild kingdom up here.
I remember when I was in the States. I was in Louisiana, in New Orleans.
Louisiana?
I was in New Orleans, and
you
doing a bayou tour, which was awesome because I wanted to see all that. And they'd attract the gators by throwing marshmallows out onto the water. The gators
You
would
mean
pop
chicken?
up and eat them. No, marshmallows, like actual marshmallows. And then they do the same for the raccoons. They throw them out, and the raccoons would come down and go,
Yeah,
yum, yum,
raccoons
yum.
will eat anything. But most
they're awesome. Raccoons are great. But I was expecting gators to be this huge. I must admit, I acted like a real dickhead because I just said, "Oh, is that it?"
Tony.
And the guy was like, "What?" And I said, "That's a gator?" And he goes, "Yeah." And
Tony.
I went, "Oh, okay, yeah."
Tony, You guys got crocodiles.
I know. Well, that was
I
my
know.
Whole
answer
different animal.
because
Whole
he said,
different
"Oh,"
animal.
the guy on the boat just went, "Oh, what? Not impressive enough for you?" And I said,
Nope.
"Well, I'm from Australia, and we've got these things called saltwater crocodiles, which would use
Mhm.
that to pick its teeth."
They're highly aggressive compared to alligators.
What the?
People don't realize that alligators just like
What
an
are you
overgrown
doing out there,
lizard.
Courtney?
That's not
Hurt
me. What's happening out in the kitchen? Did you
More
hear that
spiders.
too? I just jumped. It was outside
What
my
is
door.
it? What's going
I don't
on?
know. I don't want to open the door.
You got a
It's
haunting?
a
Got a
cat's
haunting
knocking
going on?
stuff over.
No, my heart is like this. That was a huge bang right outside my door. Hold on one second. Let me see what's
All
happening.
right.
Good night, Punk Waddle. Thanks for dropping
going to
by.
sleep?
What happened? What happened?
He's leaving. Oh, good night, Punk Waddle.
Oh, it was just you? Oh, that's you. Okay, that's definitely. She got there before me. Did you guys see me jump? I was
Yeah.
what was
Yeah.
that noise?
We
You
did.
jumped-
I
you jumped-
hate it here.
I
I think I
You
run
could
away all the
join-
time.
You could join the
Look at me.
Olympics jumping like that.
That's right. Good
I
form.
found a couple, just like 2 or 3 like 80s pictures, but I can't find the ones that I wanted. But I did find something that is just a total it's just totally 80s.
You know what I regret the most is that we didn't have cell phones with cameras.
Oh yeah.
No
Oh.
way, you regret that? I don't want
Oh my gosh, I would love to
anything
have.
of mine
I've
video.
lost
I'm
stuff
so happy
over-
they didn't have them.
I've lost stuff over and over. I've lost so many pictures, and you know what
Well,
I
I
mean.
have
And
too.
moves
That's
and-
That being said, having that technology during the Cold War would have been absolutely terrible for spies.
Sure.
It's like the amount
Very
of
true.
data that would have been stolen with that level of technology during the Cold War would have
Holy
been
crap!
just
Yeah. I mean,
ridiculous.
for all we know, they had it.
Oh, yeah, probably something. But
Yeah.
yeah. That was the thing I remember from the 80s was the fear
Yeah.
of potential nuclear Armageddon. Like it was
Yep.
bloody got the friggin' day after 1983 when they played that movie, and they played it everywhere. It was one of the first times that they played something in America the same time they played, well, in Australia the same time that it was played in America. It's just like, this is what is going to happen if nukes go off, and it's like, wonderful. Thank you
Oh,
for
they showed
that.
that
I
stuff
feel
going on
so
out in the
happy
desert?
now.
The ones going on
Sorry?
out in the desert that you're talking about, they were showing.
No, it was like nuking cities. It was like Russia nuked America and America nuked Russia. It was
God.
just it was
Oh,
just
right.
a horrible movie. And then they did Threads, which was the British version, which was even worse.
Huh.
It was so depressing.
I
So
don't
yeah,
remember.
fun of the 80s.
I'm gonna go from depressing and just give you guys a little laugh because perms were really big in the 80s.
Oh God, they stunk so bad.
Absolutely.
Oh, they
This is
stunk
my like
so
I don't
bad.
even know what grade I'm in, but this is my school picture. Check out
Oh no, here we
this
go.
hairdo. Can you guys see it?
That's awesome.
That's horrible.
cute.
So curly.
Look how cute she looks. That is
She's,
that is cute.
that's her Annie look.
That's really funny because my mom
That
people
you
said I
look
look
so
like
cute.
my
Give me
hair
a
looks
break.
really dark there.
Dimples.
Don't
which
you
is
look
kind of
cute?
interesting.
You look adorable.
I have just a couple more that are like just show the 80s of
The sun will come out tomorrow.
See, you got
Bet
those
your
pictures. I
bottom
don't have
dollar
pictures.
that tomorrow
Oh, that's right.
there'll be
Annie.
sun.
That's it.
I do love that song.
Okay, what do I just pulled up a couple. That one you can't really see. Okay, this epitomizes the 80s with like my mom's outfit. But I don't know if you guys can see it. It might not be big enough. But I don't know if you can notice the headband
Oh, yeah.
and the
That's real
swishy
Dire
pants.
Straits.
Mhm.
Yeah, and that's me. This is just that's the 80s right there. Me. That's
Cute.
why I showed
That's
that
See, I
one.
lost
and
all
had-
pictures like that.
I got some,
I
not
took
a
pictures
lot.
from my mom's house. I took pictures with my phone of the other, like of pictures of her photo album. before
Okay.
she passed. That's how I got those.
There you go.
And then I can't find my Cabbage Patch Kid one though. I didn't mean to hit that. I meant to hit share. I don't remember what else I sent here. So let's see. Oh, Charles Barkley card.
There you
That's
go.
kind of well that was 80s. They were that was a big thing. Oh, and this last one. This is just Tina, this was for you actually.
What you got?
It's me in Colorado as a kid because my dad had a restaurant there, so I lived there off and on as a child. And you'll see why I shared this with you. It's a little cowboy.
Oh, look how sweet.
This is the town that
Oh.
I just moved from, actually.
Oh.
And I'm sitting on top of this like horse that's still there in front of the oldest store in.
Oh, it's a fake
area.
horse, like
Oh,
a model or
yeah.
whatever, like a
Yep,
statue or
it's
whatever.
like one of those like you can knock on it. It's like hard plastic. You know,
Oh, how cute you
So-
look! You look
Yeah,
so
that's-
cute.
It's not like those horses where you put a quarter and they ride.
I thought
this
you
is
I
just,
thought you was like on a
old,
real
like-
horse because you can't see the horse.
No, that's it's just the size of a real horse, but it's called
Right.
FM Light and Sons, and they've been around since like the early 1900s, I think. They're like the oldest. They sell like cowboy hats and cowboy boots and stuff.
oh,
But like
cool.
they're like the
I don't know
legit
why, but
place
I
to go,
love a
and they've been around
Western
forever.
store. I mean, I love going into. I haven't been in one in years, but I love a Western store. Not that I ever buy anything, but I just love the boots and everything is just awesome because it's real leather. I just love it.
I used to rock a cowboy hat from time to
Oh,
time.
I used to wear boots all the time in high school.
I had
all
white
my-
cowboy boots just to make them look like
I did too.
like
I had
fancy.
eelskin. I had eelskin, white eelskin cowboy boots. Yep. I had some
I'm gonna,
shit stickers.
I am going to.
I had friends that had
I'm
horses.
going to address
and stuff,
Fade's
you know?
comment really quick. I'm sorry that I'm cutting you off. Because we were just talking about this. Garbage Pail Kids.
Ugh.
When were we talking about
Oh,
that?
Garbage Pail Kids.
I can't remember.
Oh, the other day, yeah.
I
Was that
remember
on your
collecting those
stream,
stickers.
Tony? We could have, but
Or
I
we
know
just-
I
or
think we
we
were
just
just chatting
talking?
about them
Maybe-
the other day.
Those are
It might have
before
been.
the
Yeah,
80s, though, aren't they?
Yeah, they were
Mm-mm.
the 80s.
They're
Those
not
are
before.
the 80s.
No, they
My
were, because
brother-
they were basically trading cards that were having a go at Cabbage Patch Kids.
I had stickers with Garbage Pail Kids on
There's
them.
perm. Oh man.
There were stickers.
Yeah, they they were. They were.
Yeah,
They're from
Um
Tops.
that
Tops
was not
made
the
them.
first. So the first series, it was like the first 3 series of Garbage Pail Kids were like the ones that were supposedly like rare and collectible, but especially the first series. And then they went up to like series, I think they went up to like series 13 or something. But my brother still got the entire first series. I think the first 3 actually. And but we looked it up like not recently, but like 10 years ago or something, and they're worth like nothing. We thought they were going to be worth so much one day. because
Right.
They,
Well,
they were like, it was like a big deal to have the whole first season. No, we were playing around looking up our names the other day. and we
That's
found some
right,
funny
yeah.
ones. Pete's the one I forget what Pete's one was. I can't. It was funny. I'm not going to try to find it all right now.
Pete
but-
No Meat. It was Pete No Meat.
Oh, it was a vegan Pete. Yeah, it was like a
Yeah.
Pete with
No
like,
Meat.
Pete No Meat.
Pete
and
No
I
like
was
Meat.
dreadlocks.
Tony
Yeah.
Boney.
He's in
That's
1985. It was that late. So I was
Pete
7.
No
and my
Meat.
brother was 4.
I'm going to call him that from now on. Pete No
Can
Meat.
you imagine Pete as a vegan or a vegetarian? I
No,
can't.
absolutely not. Hell no.
Or is it
Or myself
Commie?
for that matter.
Oh. That's
My
interesting.
mom watches all these animal videos and stuff, and they were showing this like cow rescue. I'm like, yeah, it's just too damn bad. They taste so good. My mom looked at me
So what was
horrified,
the,
you know.
the movie that after was supposed to be in the same like. Oh wow! There you go.
Sapphire Elf?
Build a bomb shelter, DL. Skynet is coming.
What's he saying?
Yeah, where the
Oh, okay.
bloody day after was set is
The
where he's
location
living
where he's
now.
living. Yeah, I got it.
Yeah.
No, I got it anyway.
There's a
So, yeah,
delay somewhere on
Be,
here.
be careful, Skynet will get you, DL.
Skynet's
after you.
gonna get
And
you.
Sapphire
Skynet's
Elf,
gonna
I
get
just
you.
wanted to point out that we're gonna do one of these nights
Absolutely,
about-
Sapphire. That
about
was
the
1990,
90s.
91.
We're gonna do the 90s. So
Okay.
because the 90s,
Hell yeah.
that's high school and college for me. That's fun.
Well, that's the
Well,
last 2 years of high school for me, but yeah. And then
I graduated
Law
college in
Society days.
2000. So
My late 20s, early 30s.
Yeah, I
so
was
old.
22 or 21 in
And
1999.
then we can head up to Whooper Trooper's birthday in 1997.
There you go.
he
Must be nice.
made us feel old.
Oh,
Actually, no, I'm glad.
He's good.
I'm
I
happy.
like him.
Buddy,
I'm so
what
happy I
is
got
up, Jason Lee Tucker?
to go through the
We need to
80s.
talk to you, Jason. Tony and I have an idea that we want to include you in on. Actually, I'm going to. Are you on? Well, I'll talk to him. I don't know how to get him. Well, I'll talk to you later, Jason. It's exciting. It's about wrestling. I was talking to Jason Lee Tucker, and yeah, you guys should check out his channel. He's got a good channel. But we were talking about wrestling, and we were going into 80s wrestling, which we could bring up a little bit about it here. Didn't you say you had some wrestling stuff, Tony? But do we want to save it?
I don't
something?
have. I was looking at the few wrestling dollies that I have, but they're all actually technically from the 90s.
Dollies.
They're
I
all
know. I
dollies.
love it that he says
Dollies.
Dolly.
Like, oh my Green Lantern, he's a dolly. Dolly.
Me too, DL.
Hey, dolly.
Yeah,
Dolly.
I'm with you. I'm with you on this.
But funny thing is, like in America though, it used to be called dolls, and then the action figure thing sort of took off. But
Well, there
yeah,
was a
so
different. I feel like the dolls were made. I feel like dolls were more descriptive of like what a girl would play with, like a baby doll.
well, that used to be the argument. I mean, I used to differentiate, like dolls had cloth sort of clothing, and they were larger, and action figures were just all plastic. But
Thanks, Tina.
but yeah, but yeah, but I do
help
have some
myself.
like, but yeah, the 80s was the first era of wrestling for me that I watched. Used to watch it with my granddad. And,
I used to love to go watch wrestling too.
and
There's a place
I
here in
used to
Orlando
remake-
called the Eddie Graham Sports Stadium we used to go to. This is going way even further back though, Tony. I'm like Dusty Rhodes and Cowboy Ron Bass,
nice.
the Wyndham brothers, and
Oh, nice.
Hulk Hogan.
Oh,
Who's the other one? I don't know. I mean, and every now and then we get lucky because there was nothing out there except for one 7-Eleven. And everybody stopped at 7-Eleven, and 9 times out of 10, you'd see one of the wrestlers stop by there to get,
Nice.
beer, smoke, something to
Were
drink, whatever.
Were they keeping the kayfabe going and just fighting?
Were they what?
During the 80s and that they had to, kayfabe is the name for the story stuff. And so if a baddie and a goodie or a heel and a face were out seen in public, they weren't allowed to like hang out. So if people saw them, they had to pretend fight and to keep the stories going, which I thought was really funny.
They were usually alone, oddly.
Nice.
They were usually alone. I mean, every time I seen one, they would be alone, and they were always very nice, to give you autographs or whatever you wanted. But they were always alone. I don't ever remember seeing more than one.
Well,
I mean,
I've
maybe
just
they
subscribed to Jason Lee Tucker statements. So
that makes
good.
sense. Though. That makes sense.
Jason, check your email in a second.
But yeah, I used to watch it with my granddad. We didn't have like in Australia. We used to get chunks of wrestling. They used to do the WWF Superstars show, which was like about an hour, and it went, "This is what's happened in the week." Here's like, they normally pick 1 or 2 matches they play in their entirety, but normally just they'd show a whole bunch of Mean Gene talking to like wrestlers and stuff like that. And it's like, brother, I'm going to do this. And when I see, Macho Man Randy Savage, I'm going to finish him. And, it's like, whatever, Hulk. But yeah, I always loved anyone who was good on the mic. Like, skill set was fine, but if they were good on the mic, they were my favorite. So Roddy Piper is my favorite wrestler of all time.
Yeah, he's great.
May he rest in peace.
He was one I got to see. I did get his autograph too.
I'd love to have seen him.
I know.
I've got his autograph. I got 2.
I had it. I mean, I couldn't tell you. I'm sure I lost it 40 years ago.
I've got a G.I. Joe Roddy Piper figure signed by him.
Oh, cool.
So yeah, but yeah, I love Roddy Piper.
Nice guy too, wasn't he?
Yeah, he really was. Randy Savage, love Randy Savage because he was just larger than life,
I think Randy Savage. Was he the one that? Who was the one that ended up wrestling in Japan and got in trouble for I think he had a cocaine problem or something.
He probably had a cocaine problem, but
Was it right? Wasn't it him? I
Okay.
used to work at a tanning spa, and him and his wife used to come in there all the time.
was that Miss Elizabeth back in the day?
Well, I don't know.
It's all good.
I'm not sure. It was probably be in the
Oh,
early 90s.
Nice.
Early 90s.
Von Erichs, yeah. That's really cool, though. That's really cool. But,
Jake the Snake was up at one of our
I
bottle
saw
clubs one
him
night.
in 2020, just before COVID went completely apeshit.
Did he
Jake
ever
the
get
Snake
cleaned
was
up?
he was in yeah, he's great. He was in Brisbane. He had a talking tour, and my mate bought me the meet and greet extra
Cool.
dollars to meet and greet him. So I got his autograph
That's
and
nice.
got to shake his hand and a photo of him with a whopping great big snake around my neck.
Yeah, we hung out with him at a club one
He
night.
was so good. He was really nice.
Yeah.
And I mean, he was very, very upfront about stuff, and he did warn people, saying, "Do not inundate me with questions because I'll get frazzled, and then I'll just walk away."
Well, I don't want to tell you where you want it from us, so.
And but yeah, no, it's Diamond Dallas Page is doing God's work because he brought him back from the dead.
Oh yeah,
and
I heard he was really bad.
Same with Scott Hall as well. So
Scott Hall. That's another one. Scott Hall.
Razor Ramon.
That's the one that used to come into the tanning spa. I'm sorry, it was Scott Hall.
Scott Hall. I could imagine him getting tannings.
Yeah, it was.
I
him
love
and
Scott Hall. I like him
That's
too. He's more of a '90s guy, but
he was very nice though. And him, like I said, him and his wife would come in and tan all the time. And I worked at this little tanning spa downtown Orlando.
But yeah, no, I do love the rest. Like,
and also Scott Hall. My cousin used to work for an attorney, and that was his attorney too.
Wow.
Yeah.
But there's two eras of wrestling for me, which is early '80s, and then by about the late '80s, it stopped, and then it's like the Attitude Era of WWF and the sort of WCW towards the end. That's it. I haven't watched wrestling in years, but
no, I mean,
we were talking
but those
about
two
that
eras,
on,
I love those two eras.
They were great, weren't they?
I skipped over the era where Sting teamed up with RoboCop, because that is just yes, Angela's great.
Did you mention Lex Luger?
No, but I've seen him now, and I do feel sorry
package
for life.
He was so hot.
Well, have you seen him now? He
No.
looks terrible. He's
That's what happens
really...
when you fucking cycle for that many years and get bitch tits and all. That's what happens.
He's skinny as. He's like, he can't
What?
walk. He's like completely.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah, I don't know if he had a stroke or if he had a heart attack or something, but it's not good. But he's still alive. He's still
There's
kicking.
no way you could tell me he wasn't doing steroids, okay?
Oh God, no! He was.
Yeah.
Mean Gene was probably like giving them to him, going, "Here, have this."
Yeah, I don't doubt it.
Did anyone see the Andre the Giant documentary? I'm sorry,
Yes.
but fake the whole thing, maybe. That was
No.
that man
was
drank a lot.
Yeah.
Oh yes, he did. Yeah, I remember
Yeah,
seeing
he
something about that
did.
too, Courtney.
Yeah, it was
Well,
good though.
he weighed what, 500 pounds?
It was sad because he really did not like fans.
There you go.
But he'd always grit his teeth and like act really nice in front of the fans, but then he'd walk off and go, "God damn, leave me alone."
That's funny.
Yeah, Lex
Tina,
looks really bad. I saw a picture of Lex with Farouk and someone else the other day, and it was cool seeing Farouk and
yeah,
Lex Luger.
It's terrible.
What, Courtney?
I went from he's in a wheelchair.
Yeah, he's in a wheelchair.
Oh, I put the they were talking. He was saying stuff about Lex Luger.
Yeah,
I thought you were the one that asked about him, Tina.
Tina
sorry,
was,
I'm sitting here working on a picture.
Oh, okay.
I've been looking up. I apologize.
Okay.
That's the funny thing is, like, there was a Robot Chicken episode which had Superman being a dick, and this kid gets tied up to a bomb, and he's like going, "Oh, who did this, kid?" And he goes, "Oh, it was Lex Luger." Is Lex Luger, the wrestler. You don't mean Lex Luthor, my enemy. And he goes, and then the bomb blows up. The kid just gets exploded all over Superman's face. And Lex Luger comes and he goes, "Ha ha, Superman, the total package has defeated you."
That's funny.
So good. And Lex did his own voice too, which was good. But
where did Carol's cookies go? We're just looking at a fork now. I just noticed
she's going from spork to fork.
Sport to
From
forking.
spork to fork.
Spork to
That's
Fork.
Yeah. Night, Thade.
Oh, good night,
Thanks for
Thade.
stopping by. It was
Yeah,
seeing
good
you.
to see you again. I haven't seen you in ages.
Don't forget Tuesday night.
Yes.
Yeah, that's gonna be awesome. Where did Pedro go?
That's so true,
was called
Jason Lane. It's
weird.
really sad.
No
I mean,
meat
I watch a show called WrestleMania, which sort of keeps up to date with everything. And even though I don't watch it, I still keep up to date. And every now and then you see, oh, famous wrestler's now dead, and they're like, oh, fuck, not another one.
That sucks.
Like one of the ladies from Glow just died recently, like in the last week, and I was like, wow.
You just told me that. I think either you did or maybe it was Jason Lee did on his stream.
Yeah, it might have been Jason. I'm not too sure. It was in, I think, last week she died. I can't remember.
I'll tell you what I love now, Tony, is bare knuckle.
Who was talking about that? Someone was talking about that the other day.
Pete and me
Pete.
watched.
It was Pete. Yeah, Pete was talking about it.
Pete got it one night, and me and him sat there and watched it. Oh my God, I loved it. And as a matter of fact, I still every now and then chit chat back and forth with the one chick. Her name is Brittany Hart or something like that. I mean, she's good. Bare knuckle. Oh my God, it is amazing. They beat the shit out of each other, and it is
Pete,
bloody.
are you there? Will you announce what's going on Tuesday if you're there really quickly because somebody's asking?
Tuesday
I'm
on
putting
Fade
a
to
link to the
Black
channel.
with Jimmy Church. Pete is going to be on at 10 p.m. Eastern time, and they will be talking about Antarctica.
Link is in the chat now, there, Thade, to the channel.
Antarctica.
That's the Jason Lee Tucker.
The truth about the sorry.
I was gonna say,
Well, Jason Lee, check him out too, though. Don't scoff at Jason Lee.
That's awesome.
There we
he's
go.
got a good
Sorry.
Get Fade to Black, Tony. You want me to? I'll get it for you if you want.
I got it now. Apologies for my failure. I'm not used to being a spanner.
Stuff too, if you want to, promote yourself and stuff. So this is what Pete's going to be on
now
Tuesday.
Spoon. There is no spoon.
Oh, she is you're confusing us.
She's gone through the cutlery drawer, that's for sure.
To the fork, to the spoon. What's it all?
She'll come back as a splade soon.
A splade.
Oh my God! Oh, that's so funny. Look at it. Just said,
"Courtney is no match for my fraculator."
Idea. Man. AEW had a tag match the other week doing a street match with the ladies, and they beat each other till they were bleeding. It was crazy good. Had the thumbtacks and everything.
Oh.
Yeah, see, that stuff for me, I'll be like, they're getting hurt, like seriously hurt.
That's Cactus Jack level crazy. That's like Japan Cactus Jack crazy with thumbtacks.
Thumbtack death match. That's what I think of right away. The thumbtack death match. You see some wild stuff out of Japan now.
We need to watch one of those bare knuckle things, Pete.
Well, Knucklemania 2 is coming up in February.
Oh, can we watch it? Can we get it?
I don't see any reason why we can't. I'll get it.
Awesome.
Be un-American not to get it.
Need to do that. Sorry.
Actually, I should get it this time. You got it last time.
I don't mind.
Oh man, it was so much fun.
Yeah, Knucklemania 2.
We were talking about wrestling. Jason Lee, I emailed you a link if you wanted to hop in and talk wrestling for a second. That's what I was trying to tell you before, like the streamer thing. I got the email off of your YouTube page.
I watched the documentary on the Iron Sheik not that long ago, and that was great because I loved Iron Sheik too from the 80s. Or the camel clutch. Such a good finisher.
That's the only type of stuff that I can still watch is like documentaries.
Yeah.
I can't sit through a lot of don't know why I can't accept things anymore.
I'm sick of reality TV, man. That's my mother. My mother loves all that reality shit. I can't. You want to watch this with me? No.
Nah.
I used to like reality stuff, and I used to be into really embarrassing reality TV. No joke.
Uh-oh.
Wow. The suplex one girl through
What,
a
like
metal
Bachelor and
chair.
Bachelorette, all that stuff?
No, not that. Probably even worse. Teen Mom was like my show. I loved that show. I was obsessed with it. I don't know why. I was like, these girls, they were young girls. And...
Well, you're not the only one, because I'm sure it's probably still on, isn't it?
I don't know. I don't watch TV anymore.
I just didn't like how it glorified, teenagers to be pregnant.
I know it kind of did do that after a while.
Yeah, big time did.
And I think some of those girls kept having kids because of the show too.
I'm sure they did.
But I also think some of them had better lives because of it too. I don't know. I'm not going to go into my analysis of Teen Mom. I'm throwing myself out there like.
Yeah, no, I would hope so.
Watch Teen Mom. We already know
put their life out there on blast. Let everybody know they've been banging people they shouldn't be banging and getting pregnant. And just one more thing.
It's just degeneracy.
Yes, thank you, Pete. I understand mistakes happen, but you don't have to glorify them.
It is rock out. I got into it during the time. Nope.
What are we holding on for?
What happened?
We're holding on for something. He said, "Oh, hold on. I'm sure it's going to be thrilling. It's going to be really exciting."
He's going to start singing some Wilson Phillips. Hold on for one more day.
I don't know if he had to go take care of something, like did something happen in the house. So I don't know if we're waiting for something. I'm not so sure. So
never can tell, Pete.
Not only with signing some big talent from WWF, but with the way they're doing things as well.
Yeah, AEW seemed to really be just kicking ass.
The Real World. I did the OG Real World, like way back when.
Wow.
I did actually watch that. That show got really bad though, after like more recent ones. The reason I got into Teen Mom, I can't believe I'm talking about Teen Mom, is because my little sister was on an MTV show around the same time, but she was on that show they called Maid. She had an episode about her.
Really?
And I just started watching Teen Mom. Yeah. It's not. They took the episode down currently, and I'll tell you why later. But it's season 8, and it might be back up now, but it's season 8, and her episode is called Brainiac. That's the name of her episode. They turned her from the popular, pretty, ditzy girl into a member of the robotics team.
What? What's a robotics team?
Doing
you mean like real robotics?
Yeah, like she made like little robots and stuff.
Oh wow, okay. You ever seen Robot Wars?
Yeah.
I have actually. Yeah, that's like old. That's been around for not old, but that's been around for a while.
I know. Let me think about that. I know. Yeah, I just thought about it when.
That's the ones like that used to fight each other, right? Like that's
yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's exactly what she had to do.
That'd be fun.
The Miz from the Real World.
The Miz.
Why is that not making sense to me?
I'm trying to think the Real World. Who was
the Miz?
I
don't know.
I probably should know this, but do explain more. Teach me.
Teach me,
Mr. Draven. However he says it, Draven. Who's the Miz? I gotta Google it now. Miz. It sounds familiar, but like, why do I not know? He's a wrestler.
Okay.
That's why I've heard of him, but I don't know him as like I'm looking at him now. There's like he's wrestling John Cena. That's how you say it, right? Cena.
Can't see me.
Or he's it's
Who's
Raw.
that John Cena's married to? What's that chick's name?
I don't know. I'll find out. I'm on Google. Or we're not Google.
Is it Kinder or something like that? Was she the one married to him?
That's it.
Kendra? The one that was married to
just when you're talking about the Real World, Judd Winnick was on, I think, one of the early ones. It might have even been the first one, but he actually became a pretty famous comic book writer.
Wow.
He wrote Green Lantern and a few others. One of the other guys I think was on it was a guy called Pedro who died of HIV or AIDS,
Oh, damn.
and he wrote a book about him called Pedro and Me. It was quite interesting.
I guess.
He's from Newbury. I'm sorry, John Cena's from Newbury, Massachusetts.
John Cena.
Cena. How do you say
Cena.
it? I say Cena.
Cena.
But
Cena.
that's how you say it? Yeah, okay, that's how I
Yeah,
say it.
it's a.
I'm trying to figure out who his wife is.
It's a soft C.
What? Well,
Yeah.
yeah, I wouldn't say Kina.
You
I
could.
don't know why.
Good.
Well, scent. I think of like scent, CENT,
Yes.
so Cena.
Yes.
It just makes me think of that way. I mean, the C in my name is K, like a K, but
Cuh.
Yeah, you.
Good.
But yeah, you keep removing U's out of all the words, like color and neighbor and things like that. Get rid of those U's.
Shay Shariadzadeh is married to John Cena.
Who?
Didn't you ask that?
What?
Didn't you ask that, Tina?
What,
Shay
say it again?
Shariadzadeh.
Shay. Okay, it's Shay.
I've
So
seen the
it's a
first
little
3
blonde,
episodes.
right?
Sorry, I
Little
was just
blonde.
answering
And she was
Jason.
with Nikki before, whoever Nikki is.
Okay. I think, I don't remember. She was on some reality shit too.
Just answering Jason Lee's question there. I've seen the first 3 episodes of Peacemaker. It is excellent. It's so funny. I think more TV shows need a dance number opening.
Makes me think of Kung Fu Hustle.
It has a literal dance number opening. It really
I love
does.
Kung Fu Hustle. I love
Amazing.
that movie.
I don't know Sapphire Elf. I don't know the answer to that. I don't know.
I've never
who,
seen John Cena wrestle either. I've only ever seen him act.
I know.
In, like either Bumblebee or
Same here.
Blockers or. But yeah,
Same here.
I think he's a fun
it's
actor.
for you, Tony.
Yeah, I see him run his mouth. That's about it.
Did you like it? I think that's.
I
what
loved
Jason
it.
thinks.
There's only been 3 so far. There's 8 in total, but I really enjoyed it. It was just really fun.
It is fire.
It is fire. Yeah, Eagley is a scene stealer.
I didn't even see if the Eagles won tonight. Does anyone know? I have to Google it.
No, they did not.
They lost?
You guys
Yeah,
say you're watching it.
No, I could have watched it on my friend's the Sunday ticket because I just don't have the TV thing set up in my room here, and I don't know what kind of TV.
God, I couldn't sleep without a TV in my room.
Oh, really? You're one of them? That
Oh,
sleeps with
yeah.
the TV on?
Well, I
My
get
mom
tinnitus.
is crazy.
I got
One of them,
tinnitus
yeah.
really
My mom-
bad. You know, I lay down and then the circus starts going off in my head if it's too quiet. I gotta have a fan on, the TV on. I gotta have noise.
Yo, what up, Vig? Vigilante Williamson. Hello.
Vigilante.
Yeah, he just said
Hello.
I could have watched it. My
Eagles
friend
lost.
lets me use a Sunday ticket, and I got tonight. I don't know. Today it was just lost, like the
My
Eagles.
poor cat is shedding everywhere.
Yeah.
Did you just say you're shedding
Mine-
everywhere? It must
mine
be
My
from the
poor
vaccine.
cat. My poor cat is shedding everywhere.
When it starts warming
I
up,
just
mine
think it-
starts shedding. They start losing that
My
winter coat.
house is covered in fur.
Oh, I know. I hate that.
It's like
It's annoying.
that house from Get Him to the Greek.
That movie, I think that movie's funny.
As I
still
said,
haven't watched it,
that
like front to end though. Like I haven't
that
watched it all
one
the way through. but I
scene,
feel
that
like I've
one
seen the whole
scene made
thing.
it for me, where P Diddy was just stroking the wall. Said, This is awesome. I'm gonna get my house. I'm gonna get my house done like this. It's gonna look like a werewolf.
Oh wait, what am I? There, sorry. I thought I hit the same interest. I'm really upset that I can't find the safety picture that I was going to show you from the 80s, but I can just explain. My mom has these pictures of me, like when we used to go down the shore. That's what people from Philadelphia call going to the beach. We go down the shore,
Yeah.
Jersey Shore.
And the show.
And she's, I swear, I'm like 3 years old, wearing this like little string triangular bikini.
Okay.
I mean, it's like a pedophile is like I can't believe like, nowadays if somebody wore something like that, like a little kid, it's
You probably
really
wanted to look
insane.
like an adult, and that's why your mama let you get it.
Well, my mom wore bathing suits like that too. That's the thing. She was very skinny, like really petite because she was an aerobics
Was this
teacher.
the 70s? That's what you
Yeah,
did.
well, It was no, it was the 80s by then, but probably like 81 or 80 maybe. Because I'm definitely older than I was born in 78. I'm definitely
It's
older.
good to
than
see
Sid.
you, Vigilante.
Bye, I'm gonna. I'll try and stop by your channel because he's gonna go stream. Yeah.
Oh,
I
really?
already talked to him and said, hey. Thanks for stopping by.
Good night.
Good night, Vigilante.
The cowgirls. Darn it. Anyway. Same Tina. I get bad bouts of sleep paralysis. Oh, I do too. And guess what? I have to tell you something about that. Well, you probably know. You watch Pete's channel. Now and then, so I leave some kind of recognizable movie or song on the computer when I sleep. Okay, that makes sense.
I used to
Pete,
do that too.
You terrified me when you had your alien abduction episode of Creepy Little Book, and you said people that suffer sleep paralysis are being abducted by aliens, and that was
That's
happening
right.
to me at that time. Like at that time, with my I was in a flare up, and I was getting sleep paralysis all the time, and so I was convinced I was being abducted. It was terrible.
You could have been. You could have been.
Tina,
Maybe
you
you
need to
I
watch
was.
Fire in
Then
the Sky.
Well, remember then the alien was in my shed, Pete.
There was the alien in your shed.
It was.
Oh,
It was.
Oh,
I hate
remember
this
that.
conversation.
and Courtney should watch it too. She should watch Fire in the Sky. That'll cheer you up.
Uh-huh.
That's a funny
those
movie.
It was
Fine.
Raquel. It was like a tiny polka dot bikini. It was seriously like what you would. I was just talking about this with someone. I can't remember who, but
I
yeah.
hate
Anyway.
aliens. Screw your aliens.
And there was one other picture that I was trying to find. It doesn't matter. I'll find them someday.
It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter, yo. You love aliens. Carol's Cookies is
So
here.
screw you and screw your aliens.
Or,
And I hate it
You
when
love
Pete
them.
talks about them. I hate it.
you know, she's very sensitive about the
Alien
things she's afraid
spiders
of,
are the worst.
but she's
Alien
the ultimate
spiders, you gotta
prankster.
Oh, I hate you, Tony.
She's the ultimate prankster. She has this Jaws puzzle that's like into it that she made into a poster though with like tape all over it, and I hate the picture. It's the one of like just the Jaws coming at you. And
Okay.
when I was a little girl, I went on the Universal Studios ride at Disneyland in California, and I just
Okay.
happened to be sitting at the seat right where Jaws comes up, and so it was like a terrifying.
Oh,
terrifying
you got the
thing
good
when I was a
spot.
kid. So it's the exact poster. Well, it's a puzzle, but it's like a poster of that. She pranked me and put it everywhere in this house. I would open the fridge one day and it's Jaws. she had
Well
it on the bathroom, on the mirror.
Yeah,
Oh my god, it was
love it.
everywhere. It was
That's
everywhere.
funny.
Everywhere. And
That
I
was so
very,
funny.
very like she was very creative, like inventive
guess.
with the places.
You should get Siri to say Candyman 5 times in a mirror. See what happens.
I'll do it.
Go ahead.
See,
I don't
see
know
if
how
Tony
much
Todd shows up and
but I have
destroys
their
Siri.
kid. And I have like the creepy like alien light on behind me too. And my
Don't like the alien chatter.
the tentacles. They creep me out more than
You gotta
aliens.
be careful. Those alien encounters are very much parallel people's encounters with demonic entities in a lot
True.
of regards.
Absolutely.
So that's why I don't discount the possibility that we could be talking about something that is extra dimensional, as well as something extraterrestrial here.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
But that's my assessment on it. You know, I
You
mean,
get
there
semantics,
could
you know?
be.
Cookie,
Could be both
you can
going
come
on.
in here if you're scared tonight.
I agree, Pete.
Fuck
I'll
that alien
protect you.
shit,
You're
no.
right.
Yeah, you're gonna
protect
protect me.
Yeah, I said I can't protect shit. I can't protect myself. That's what happens. And Raquel is
trees at me.
correct. She is more into zombies. And I'm so
Yeah.
set living with her if the zombie apocalypse really does happen because she's prepared. She is. And I already told her that. And she said she's going to use me as armor.
I'll see you
You
guys
said
when it
you're going to use
happens.
me as armor. So
I'll show up. Hey, it's me. Let me in.
I'll let you in.
yeah, she's
Oh,
prepared.
thank you.
We were talking about spiders before, Jason Lee.
First chatter about aliens during the zombie apocalypse, you're out. Sorry. Them
Got
is
it.
the rules.
Noted.
Sapphire Elf. Yes. when I watched that episode of Pete's stream of on Pete's creepy little book thing about alien abductions, I was genuinely terrified afterwards because I was going through like it was happening to me like not all the time, but it happened a couple times, and that's a good description.
Hit too close
It's
to home,
scary.
huh?
It's scary. I remember being like, I wasn't afraid of aliens. Carol's Cookies was, and then after watching that, I was like, oh hell no. But now I'm okay because I welcome them. They're here anyway. One lives in my shed.
I don't want them to bother me. I'm gonna punch them in the throat. They bother me.
No,
Okay.
I'll be cool. Why do
I'm
it to
not.
them?
I'm gonna punch them in the throat.
I have not, but I saw some people on. I
Stab
forget
with a
who was
K-bar.
talking about it, how it was awful or something. Did you
Punch
see
them
it,
right in the throat.
Jason Lee?
Mm-mm.
I've heard only bad things about the new Scream movies.
That's so far I have too. Yeah.
Mind you, I didn't really care for the third or fourth one, or much of the second
I'm
one.
not prepared either, Raquel, only because I live with Carol's Cookies. Am I prepared? She has to protect me, but she won't. She won't. I'm going to be bait.
Well,
Oh,
I'm gonna
you got it like that.
to quote
throw you out the
tacky
door.
quote
Slam the
tacky
door.
by Weird Al Yankovic. If I get bitten by a zombie, I'm not telling you.
Right. Whoa. You know what?
I'm
Yeah,
content to know that I'm not surviving the zombie apocalypse. So
I know,
bugger it. I don't care.
No, I don't either. I've lived enough.
I
I'm
don't
good.
want to.
Oh, that's it.
You know.
I don't want to be like if like everyone dies and then there's like 5 people left or whatever. I just don't want to be part of that. It's so much work.
Oh, look,
As long as you
No,
got your
my-
band left
Like,
over,
create
Courtney, you'll be all
everything
right.
again. And like,
knowing,
what'd you say?
knowing my luck, the other 4 people will be like Negan, and I'll be like, oh, great, this is going to be fun.
Yeah, right.
It will be fun, I
can't believe
promise.
saw this. I think I saw the second Scream, maybe Jason. I know I saw the first one, but I don't know if I saw 3 or 4. They weren't memorable. If I did, the first one I remember. It was memorable.
The first one is the best of them. The second one is, I didn't like it so much. Timothy Oliphant's okay in it, but he's okay in everything. But yeah, the third one was, I didn't like the whole bloody, they're all wearing cameras and it was like web bloody stuff. And I'm like, this is stupid.
Going back to the
It reminded
80s,
me of Halloween 9, whatever it was, trick or treat, motherfucker. That was
Oh, yeah.
Wasn't that Busta Rhymes or somebody?
Buster Rhymes.
Oh, God.
That's so.
That's what I think of it as. I think, what's it? Oh, I can't even remember what it's called. I just call it a Halloween trick or treat, motherfucker. But no, it's
Did
not
they
good.
make- I did not know this. Did they make a whole bunch of Saw movies? I'm
No,
I'm
heaps.
like out of the
Did they
loop.
make like
At
20
least
of them or
8.
something? 30 Saw
Yeah.
movies? How many were there?
There's
That
at
was
least
not
8.
worth
Yeah, there's a
making that
bunch.
many
Million
of
of
them, I
them.
think.
Because there's Saw
Yeah.
1 through 7, then there's
Who's under
Jigsaw,
Rock's Fortune?
and then
I
there's
never seen the first
Spiral.
one, and I don't care to.
Spiral's the new one, which has Chris Rock in it.
Like the
I
Beatles
just don't
White
care to
Album.
see those slasher movies.
Oh, they're not particularly great. They're not high art.
No,
It's not based on William Shakespeare's Saw.
no.
Sapphire Alpha, I don't think she paid attention, so
there's
I'm going to put it
9
back
of
up
them.
there.
There's a 9. Jeez. Oh, there's a new one coming out. That's right. Yeah.
For God's sakes.
Just stupid.
Yeah, I
Let's
didn't
make
think
more
she-
Hostel movies too.
I know, and they complain about how violent everybody is.
Well, that's the thing. By the I think I got free tickets to number 7, and I sat in the theater, and I was so desensitized to all of it that I was just like, I don't care. Die horribly. I don't care.
See, that's sad.
It is sad. It's like I was
No.
kind of a bit disappointed by that I was so desensitized to it. I'm like, wow, what does that say about me?
You're desensitized, like you said.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, my
it's
thing. I mean, Hellraisers would freak me out.
I love Hellraiser.
Yeah,
I like
That's-
it because it's a slow burn.
yeah. That's the only one that.
I was
can't
going to
even
bring
remember watching.
80s zombie movies up because we were talking about the
Yes.
80s for like our stream topic, and
Return of the
I
Living
can't
Dead.
remember. Yeah, that's in the 80s, right? And that's the
Yep,
one with the punk
85.
rockers in the graveyard.
Yep.
That's
Trash.
the one I love. I love
Leanna
that one.
Quigley.
And I always get it I think I always say like Return of the Living Dead 2, but really it is 2 to like Night of the Living Dead.
2 was
right?
2's 80s as well, but
No, it's
no, it's not.
its own
But
movie.
Return of the Living it's separate, but
it's
Return
not
of the
as
Living Dead
good.
1 is the one with the punks in the graveyard, though.
Yes.
Okay, that's I always get that's where I get confused. Then.
Where
I love
where one
that
of the
scene.
one of the punks was in was it bloody Friday the 13th 5 where he's going, "These damn enchiladas are gonna kill me."
Tony, you're good with movies, right? I'm going to see if you know this movie. I have
sort
never
of.
yet met anybody that has seen this movie yet, and it's called The Ninth Configuration with Stacy Keach and the dude that played the priest in The Exorcist.
No, I haven't seen
There
that.
was a bunch of celebrities in that movie. It's a really good.
I do like Stacey Keach and I do like Max von Sydow.
I cannot find anybody that's ever seen that movie. Anybody ever seen it in the chat? The Ninth Configuration?
No.
I bet
Look
not.
into it.
I don't know why nobody's ever seen that before.
Oh,
It's a good
Kellogg's
movie.
Cookies. Really?
But
1980.
I might have. Wait, what do you?
No, your comment.
Oh,
I
okay.
never
Yeah,
I never made that connection.
yeah, it's the same dude.
It's interesting.
And he comes back later in a later installment of Saw.
Oh, it's got Tom
He's
Atkins in it.
A
Gotta
big
watch
player in
this.
it later.
You looking at it, Tony?
Yeah, it's got
I
Scott
told you,
Wilson
man. Look at
from
all the celebrities. Lori, what's
Walking
his name?
Dead.
What's the guy's name? Lori
Peter
or
Blatley,
it's got a bunch of people in it.
Richard Lynch. Holy shit!
I
How do
told
not
you.
know of this film. Moses Gunn.
What it is it's a all these Vietnam soldiers that were fatigued coming out of war, coming out of combat, and they sent them to this. It's like a castle that was rented out to the government. Really morbid, gothic-looking place, you know, and they're letting the government use it, and they were just doing like experimental psychology or psychiatry on these guys, you know. They're trying to let them heal themselves through, you know, role acting or role playing and stuff like that. It's really good.
Dungeons and Dragons.
And I'm gonna tell you what, once you watch that movie and you watch it a number of times, there's a million one-liners in there. You'll love it for that too. But it's a serious movie though. It's not, obviously it's not funny. But there's a bunch of funny, good, great one-liners and shit in it.
Wow.
A lot of great actors in there, isn't there?
Yeah, no, great cast. No, I never heard of it.
I know, and I don't get it, especially with that cast.
Oh, sorry. Just talking about Top Gun 2, Maverick. That movie I'm really concerned about because when I saw the trailer for it, I went, wow, this movie is just accessing my 11-year-old self and it looks awesome. And then it was like, well, it's not coming out this year because of COVID. And then I was like, well, it's not coming out of this year because of COVID. Now it's like coming out July bloody 2022. And I'm like, if it gets pushed another year, I don't care anymore.
Right. That's why I want to see the second part of Dune. That's the only thing I'm looking for.
Me too. Oh, definitely. Yeah, I'm looking forward to
I
it.
enjoyed
the book. I never saw the original one.
The book was
even
too
though it
much
was
for me.
the
That was too high reading.
I was 11 when I tried to read that, and it was
It's too
way
hard,
above
isn't it?
me.
It's just
way
too
above
hard
my
to read.
capability then.
Oh.
That's what I'm thinking
Look
too.
who's here.
Couldn't get
Hi,
through.
Cosmic. Oh, hi, Bob. Sorry. I had to do
Cosmic
that.
Fusion.
How you doing, Cosmic Fusion? It's a joke. How you doing tonight? Thanks for stopping by. And DL wants to know what movie you're talking about. The ninth something, I think she was.
Ninth
The Ninth
Configuration.
Configuration.
Thank you for reminding everybody. Cosmic
Smash the
Fusion.
like button.
Very, very kind of you. We got off the subject of the 80s, kind of.
Smash it
But we
like
did-
a well,
When did
that
that movie come out, Tony?
1980. So it fits.
Oh, okay. We're in the
Yeah.
80s again.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's barely,
Smack in it.
he says he's barely awake. But yeah, we had some fun. We saw some pictures of Tony in the 80s and saw a picture of me with a perm in the 80s, you know, stuff like
So
that.
cute.
Charles Barkley
Really
in the 80s. I don't know why.
Really cute. Evil Dead's came out in the 80s, didn't they?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
I love
yeah.
those two. I
Well,
love
two
those.
of them.
I
It's
love.
funny. I used to love those movies, and I don't. Well, I get scared now watching stuff like that. It's so weird.
Oh, they were
Oh,
they were
no.
very good. I mean, the
Evil
first
Dead.
one's pretty full on.
I'm the one with the gun.
Yeah.
Give me some sugar, baby.
That scene with the pencil in the first one, that really messed me up. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
yuck, that looks so real.
That was the best movie ever to watch. Tripping.
I don't understand.
The second one where he gets the chainsaw he puts on his arm.
Which one's
I've seen a fair chunk of those reboots. I haven't seen the Matrix because I really don't care. I didn't like the second or third.
I didn't
ones.
watch all the Matrix.
I didn't even like the first one, and everyone. I guess I need to watch it again because
I like the soundtrack, Courtney. I think I like
Soundtrack's
the one I did the
fantastic.
movie. Actually,
the movie. All I remember from the movie is just, where am I? How did I get here?
I
Where
know
am I?
kung fu.
And it was like totally just Keanu, like just stuck on, I don't know, like
stun
Stoner
mullet,
Surfer in Point
stun
Break.
mullet,
Like
Keanu.
I couldn't get past him. Like, and it's the same reason I haven't watched
I actually like the
Breaking
new
Bad, because the dad is, I mean, the guy that plays Walter White is the dad on Malcolm in the Middle. So when I tried to watch it initially,
Yes.
I couldn't do it because I could just all I could think of.
I had the
I never
same
got past half
problem.
of
It's like,
half of an
it's like
episode.
it's Hal.
But I'm
Why is
told I
Hal
need to
so
watch it.
mean?
It just, it's weird for me. So, oh, here we go. Yes, my boomstick. Oh, Carol's.
Listen up, you
cookies.
primitive
oh,
screwheads.
is it Deranged is
You're
saying that
not
it's on Tubi.
joking.
It's on Tubi right
Wait, no.
now. Can you get Tubi, Tony?
Sorry,
Tubi, Tubi. You get that app?
No,
Shit, he's saying the ninth configuration is on there right now.
it wasn't on my torrent side.
Thank you, Raquel.
I need to check that out,
Yeah,
Deranged, because I haven't seen it in
I'm getting
a long time.
There you go.
Should watch it.
Tubi. Thank you, Jason Tucker.
Jeez, it's getting cold.
Well, as cold
Okay,
as it's
so
getting over
Cosmic
there,
Fusion, are
it's
you
getting
even
hot
referring
over
to
here.
like the first Matrix as well when you say that?
Sorry,
I'm curious because I didn't like it. I don't even think
I
I watched
didn't
the whole thing,
mind
to be
it.
honest.
but
I really don't think I made it through the whole thing.
I saw it at the cinema, and when I saw the trailer, I thought, "What is this? Some sort of superhero stuff?" Because they're like leaping over buildings and things like that. And I was kind of, and then when it's revealed what it is, I went, "Oh, it's Tron," and that pissed a lot of people around me off because I was just
Okay,
so.
there's another person then. I don't have to rewatch the first one. Then I don't feel like a total outsider. You made me feel better. I'm sorry, I'm talking to Cosmic Fusion, all of them. Yes.
Like I normally don't say stuff out loud in cinemas because I don't want to piss people off. But that was like when I was, it's just Tron. All right, whatever.
Have you? He was saying that he walked out of one of the Matrix, or Sapphire Elf said he walked out of one of the Matrix movies. I did that like 7 years ago or something. Is the movie Meet the Millers?
Oh wow!
I don't know. Whatever that. It was like the dumb comedy. It wasn't
even a comedy. It was just stupid.
It was so bad. Yeah, I was Carol. I was with Jesse, my buddy Jesse, and we were just sitting there, and everyone was cracking up, and I'm sitting there like, when you're like you're embarrassed for the movie, like that you get embarrassed that you're watching the movie. Do you know that feeling?
Yeah.
That's how I felt during that movie, and I walked out.
I found the nice.
I never knew you could ask for your money back.
I remember when I saw this is not an
either,
80s thing. This is a 2000s thing. But I really don't. If I'm in an nearly empty cinema, I don't like people just sitting right next to me. The whole cinema's open. Pick another seat for God's sake.
I'd get up and move.
Well, no, I found the seat first. So anyway, these two guys sat right next to me, and it was and they're like talking the entire time all through the credits, all through the trailers. And I'm like grinding my teeth, going, "God, this is gonna suck." And then, the ad for Grown Ups 2 came on, and they're just going, "This is gonna be the funniest movie ever." They're so brilliant. They're so genius. They're the best comedies ever. And I'm rolling my eyes, just going, "My God, I hate these guys."
I hate
The movie I sat down and watched was White House Down, which is such a realistic film. The second it started and all the action started, I just leant over and started laughing really loudly, going, "Look, Secret Service agents just got killed." They got up and moved.
That's funny.
They got up and moved.
Scared the shit
real
out of 'em.
quick. Because I sounded like a psychopath.
This
It
guy's
was
loony.
great.
He's
I think we're
bonkers.
talking about the same. Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm talking under you to the comment.
What? How dare you?
The LDG refund. They're all talking about it. I didn't know that you could demand that you could get a refund if you didn't like a movie or if you walked out halfway through.
I think if you walk out within a certain time, you can. Well, in Australia, I think you can, but
The thing is, I think the only reason we went to see that movie is I had gotten free movie passes from a job or something, or I had leftover free movie passes that had to be used, and that was there was nothing playing. It was a matinee thing. It was so bad though. Oh yeah, she knew. I'm sure she heard all about that, right, Carol?
Oh, I know all about the LDG refund.
Yeah.
All of it.
there we go.
Yeah. I never knew you
I
could
want
do
my
that.
refund from his refund.
Did Tina fall asleep, or did Pete
No,
fall
I'm
asleep?
right here. I'm here.
No, I'm here.
I thought it was.
Pete
thought I
is
heard
still
snoring.
there.
I was just listening.
I thought I heard snoring. No, that's why I was just wondering.
No.
What happened? Tony got booted again. That happened
did.
before.
Why are you kicking people off?
My hands have not been on the computer's down
Just
here.
mean. Just mean.
I'm
Just
sitting way
mean.
back. Not
Just
me.
mean. Courtney's just damn mean. She
Mean.
is. I'm telling
She
you.
is mean.
Just
I'm living with her, man. She's brutal here.
I know.
I'm sorry. That's mean. I had to be a bitch. I would never do that to you, Tina. Normally, it was just funny because you were calling me mean.
You know I'm kidding.
I
Anyway.
love you.
You know I love you back.
Okay. It's just that when oh wait, hold on. Let me just say goodbye very quickly. Thanks for stopping in, Cosmic Fusion. I shall see you. I don't know if you're on that 70s rock fan thing tomorrow or not. I'm not, but I'll see you around. I'll see you everywhere.
Good night.
Later. Have a good one. Oh.
Good night.
Get my hat back. My fake hat.
Mm-hmm.
There's Tony. Tony, we've lost you how many times tonight?
Oh, stupidly hit the. Cleared the entire page, and I was like, "What? Oh, damn it! I did it."
I hate when I do that.
Just stupid move.
Okay, wait, hold on. I was going to read something up here, and I got very.
Stupid.
Yeah, I'm not good at this.
Stupid.
Oh, okay. It's something that it's just that when Karens ask for refunds, you rather pay them than have them shouting while people are watching movies. Would that make me a Karen if I demanded a refund? I still don't get what a Karen is.
Makes you a Courtney.
Makes your Courtney demanding a refund. Yeah.
What is?
It's if you cause a scene that makes you a Karen.
Yeah. Yelling and making an ass out of yourself for no
Yeah,
apparent.
if you act entitled.
Yes, entitled. That's
Yeah.
a good way to put it.
That's not.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of people use that term really, really vaguely, but no,
Yeah.
when people, when someone's acting entitled.
A lot of times it's referred to as a democratic woman too, really, for the most part. What I've seen anyways. Seems to be.
I just remember my one of my best girlfriends. Oh, Carol. Oh, she's right there. She's a fork now. Where'd she go?
Now,
one of our girlfriends. You remember my best friend in high school? I'm not gonna say her name, but her mom's name is Karen, and
Oh, it must be awful.
and she was so upset because she's really she was. It's. I won't go into the whole story, but yeah, her mom's name was Karen. Her mom was very upset, like legitimately upset. Like the whole
Sure.
Karen thing happened.
I can imagine.
I would think it was awesome if like Courtney was the thing. I'd be like, "Hi, my name's Courtney." I would just totally play it up.
Yeah, but it's a
you gotta
negative.
like, own
thing
that
now.
shit if it's like
It's
I
a
know, but you have
negative.
to own it. You gotta own it and just be like an ass about it. That's the
No,
only way you
no,
can
it's-
accept if your name's like that. You
It's
know,
awful negative though. Right now, I don't.
You don't want to be a Karen.
prove to people that you're not
No.
one. So it's like
No.
I'm the cool Karen. You'd say if you were like a named Karen. I am a Karen,
No.
or you change it.
You
and
just
say,
gotta
I'm a
have
Karen.
position.
Are there any
No.
cool Karens?
C.
Inevitably, that's what you would get.
Karen with a C. How about that?
No.
C as in okay.
Jesus, no.
No.
Yeah,
Straight
you don't want to say with the C in
Oh, and then here
Australia.
we go. I know this isn't in the same reference, but this is perfect. No.
No.
Oh, I cracked
No.
myself up. All right, guys. We've been going for 2 hours, and I'm like
Nearly
have to
3.
pee again. I gotta eat. 3 have we been going for?
255.
Oh my
It's like
goodness, that's why
49
I'm
degrees. I'm
starving.
getting cold, and it's like
So I'm gonna-
86%
Oh, she's
humidity.
getting
So
cold
it's,
at 50
Thanks everyone
degrees.
for hanging out, though. That was awesome.
Ridiculously
This is
hot.
my-
where
I think
I,
this is my longest stream
Damn it.
ever out of.
no,
like,
I don't care. I
5
love the cold
I've
weather
done.
actually.
I do
I
too.
almost feel bad
But
for
cold
you
weather in
guys,
Australia
but-
is still shorts and t-shirt.
Mhm.
Oh, it's Florida.
Because you guys are 6 months in the
not
future.
far.
Well, if any,
Yeah.
Tony, did you drop your link in the chat yet for whoever's still here?
No, I didn't. Hang on.
You can. Do you want to go ahead and just tell everyone your channel, and you can drop your link down
I'll
there?
link it.
if you want to?
I'll link it. It's all good.
Okay, and
Just other people chat for a sec, and I'll.
yeah, and Tina, if you want to say anything, before I shut everyone out, and I'm like,
What thing? I don't
the
have anything.
boss closed. Last call.
Oh, yeah. So there's my channel for those interested in listening to me talk about nerdy stuff like comics and games and dollies and music and books and things like that.
Oh,
Dollies.
Okay. You can
Dolly.
catch me,
just got it. Jason.
you can
I
catch me
do
here
got
on
to.
Courtney, or
I'll
you
talk
can
about Warhammer, which is playing dollies.
There you go. Or you can catch me at Pete's in the chat. There you go.
She's the one with the wrench.
Oh my God, the quote. No. I don't sing that song, Raquel. I should show what she's saying though.
Closing.
Oh, I'm so tempted. It's in my head already.
One more trip
sorry.
back.
When
It's a
I
good song.
bartended, I was the loudest last call person because I was always like trying to rile them up.
Get ready to hell out. I know. I hear you.
No,
I
they
had a
take
big mouth.
forever. When
I have a
when
big
did my
mouth.
one.
Last call. I'm gonna glass
too.
you.
You don't have to go home. You
yeah,
can't stay here. Right?
Definitely, Jason Lee. I sent that so long ago when they first started talking about wrestling. I just figured you would want to come on and chat about it because I know you know about it. And Tony, I don't know if you missed in the chat earlier that he's going to do a special on wrestling.
Nice.
Jason Lee Tucker had mentioned that. Tony and I were thinking about doing that and inviting you on. But if you're going to do that, we'll just figure it out. Maybe we'll come and say hi on yours.
I'll definitely
Tony
watch.
has some really
I'll definitely
cool-
watch
well,
Jason's one.
Yeah, Tony, you might want to do it anyway. He's got a lot of cool wrestling stuff too, but we can all be a team.
I got lots of show
And
and tell
then
stuff.
here's his again for Jason Lee Tucker. He's got a cool channel. What do you call it? The Metal Taco Show, right? Is
Metal
that?
Taco.
Am I saying that right? Jason Lee, I hope I am.
Damn it! Now I've got Semisonic stuck in my head.
I'm so sad Alex Trebek is dead, but you know what? I wouldn't be able to be on Jeopardy now. My brain's
Truck back.
too dead. That was a
Pete
repeat.
should go on there, Courtney. That's where I think Pete should
Get
go
Turd
on.
Ferguson on
I
there.
took the test every year for 4 years in a row, and I got an Audition City one year.
Really?
I was so good at Jeopardy, Tina.
Oh
Everything went
my
wrong when I had to
God.
start my meds and then having
That's
the cough.
amazing. That's
amazing.
amazing.
People used to come to my house and watch Jeopardy with me, and they would never believe it because I come off as ditzy. I play it up though, and they'd be like, "What is this person?" I knew everything.
That's
I
amazing.
have a lot of trivia.
I have like
It's
no
true.
memory, especially all these damn mini
I
strokes.
don't anymore.
Every mini stroke I have, I lose more memory cells.
I think that
Yeah.
happened. I think that's what happened with me too. That's a
I think
good
it's happened to
point.
me too.
Well, you know, they're poisoning your
We're
body
all
right
old. We're
now.
like, those damn mini strokes.
know.
Listen to us. When did this happen? We were
Everything
talking about the
sucks. We're gonna be dead by next week.
80s. Nice.
Well, as I keep saying, my body's out of warranty.
That's right. Way
I'm
out
out
of
of
warranty. Mine
warranty.
is way
I
out.
don't feel
Yeah.
like mine should be though. We're not like I'm 43. I say I'm old because
Yeah,
I
you
feel
guys still
old
got some
physically.
mileage. You guys still
Yeah,
got
but
some
I
mileage.
don't. Really, that's what's
You
really
do.
sad. I'm sorry.
You do.
But
Oh.
as Indiana Jones said
I was
in the
like, right.
80s, it's
Well,
not
what
the
Pete
it's not
said
the years,
earlier
it's the
really
mileage.
freaked me out. But Pete said
Sorry?
about the 40 years, the time from.
Oh no, it's that's a valid point.
That was so like mind blowing to like just hear.
I mean, like this year is my 30th high school reunion.
That's crazy, isn't it, Tony?
Yeah, this year. And I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be
would
great.
have been my
but,
25th, I guess.
So
Wow. Yeah, that's
as
yeah,
I was
great
saying,
news.
I said earlier in the chat, this is a 90s reference, but it's like Star Trek Voyager is 27 years old now.
Damn,
I'm
is
like,
it?
wow,
Damn.
I feel old.
No shit.
Which means Deep Space Nine is 29 years, and
Holy
Next
hell.
Gen was, whatever, 1987. So,
Tina Teresa,
Where the hell does the time go?
oh, it's ridiculous.
I don't even know
Tina
where
treats a body like
the
a
month
temple.
of January has gone already. It's already like halfway through January, and I'm like,
Oh, it's
I don't know.
ridiculous. Reminds me, I got to do my shop's tax soon.
All right.
You have a message on Messenger, Tina, from Raquel.
Where
Tina,
at?
thanks for coming back. We're shutting down.
On what, Facebook or
We've been
something?
going 3 hours, and I'm starving. Lay off me! I'm starving. Who's that? That was Chris Farley, right?
I'm about ready to turn into a pumpkin too, so I'm done.
Yes, that was
Oh,
okay.
cool. That's
okay,
cool.
So I was right. It was the Metal Taco Show. That's what you were saying yes to. Okay. I'm catching up now.
I like the sound of that too.
Yeah, I saw well he had a band on recently. They were younger kids, but well they seemed like kids to me. Probably to him too.
Get off my lawn, you damn kids.
No, but they were like amazing. They were amazing. Tim, we were talking about Keanu, and
whoa,
somebody showed me something that they had sent to you. I can't remember who it was, but it was like a picture of you next to Keanu Reeves, or not next to it, but it was like a comparison. And remember, I told you I thought you looked like him before. Anyway, cool story.
Welcome
right?
to the Hall of Presidents.
What's this? What is this?
Hi, Redbubble.
I know that. Oh, that's
This is where you
talking about, Tony.
It's where you can get my stuff because I don't have a channel, so this is all I have. That and Instagram.
We only
which I
have
put
Courtney.
in the private chat.
We only have Courtney Carol's cookies. We only got Courtney.
Oh, all right. Oh, okay.
Wait, what?
We've only got Courtney. We don't have a channel. We've only got Courtney. If we're going to be on a channel, we'll be on Courtney's channel.
Oh,
Yeah,
you guys
my channel.
I didn't get what you were saying. I thought you had a
My
channel,
own.
Tina. I'm
Well,
so you
no.
had like some sort of video.
Well,
Did
I did a couple of launches
Hi,
of
Tim.
my cat taking a shit in the backyard, but that's it.
Yeah. I just remember that from like way back because I subbed you like way back.
Oh, probably only
Oh,
because
got you a spider greeting
early
card.
birthday or already birthday, Raquel? Cake and ice cream. That sounds so good right
That's
now. I have
cool.
ice cream.
That is really cool. Carol, a spider greeting card.
Oh, look who it is. Look who it is. I'm sorry. This is
Oh, rabbit slug.
private joke. Look who it is. We are actually just shutting down Rabbit Slug. I'm sorry. We're not doing it because he's here.
Yeah,
Down at the
Everybody
Slurm
run.
factory.
Just kidding.
you're right.
Okay, yeah, this is Carol's Cookies Instagram. I don't know what you don't have anything on Redbubble, do you, Carol? Or is that like sending me to some
I have.
creepy, like
I've got
Did
an
you?
Instagram.
No, I have a. That's all. I have a
I didn't know
Redbubble. I have loads of stuff on Redbubble.
I had no
Yeah, just
idea.
have a look at
Why
it.
do I not know
Photoshop
this?
and
Why do I not know these things? I would be like
photograph.
promoting you all the time. People need to tell me things, especially people that are 20 feet away from me.
If anybody wants to look at colored pictures, you can look at my Instagram.
Put your Instagram out
All
there.
right.
My
I will
Instagram is
do
just like random stuff. But
I could use some
some
followers,
people
I
accept
guess. I don't have very many on
Oh,
Twitter
we might
either. I
be.
don't know. Just don't ever.
Carol, are we being snowed in yet? You have the view.
I don't
better
spam for it
view.
much. I
It's
guess.
snowing.
What are these
It's still
cats doing
snowing.
again? Did you hear them?
I hear them. Just
They're wrecking
ignore
the
them.
place. Yeah, we're getting a lot of snow.
Well, knows.
They said it may
What about
snow
you,
in Florida.
Rabid Slug?
I can't believe that. I'm
Do you
looking
have
forward to
snow?
this. It may actually snow in Florida.
That's
crazy.
cool.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Snow
I follow
gators.
Tina on there. Tina, Tina takes really amazing pictures, first of all, and she is like an amazing. You're like a colorist, like the way
I
you,
am. Yeah,
like,
that's what I'm colorist. That's about it. Yeah.
it's really, but you're amazing at it.
Well, thank you. I
And
don't do a lot of drawing.
Carol's Cookies is an amazing artist. Like, all my friends are really talented. I'm very proud. You're all talented. Everyone
I
on
drew
this panel.
Pete's cat. That was my only artwork. I drew Pete's cat.
Aw, I want to see it sometime.
Came out very good.
Lady Montgomery.
Hulk smash
My
the like
girl.
button. Yes.
Hulk smash.
Every time I do this now, though, I think of Ruth Bader
Hulk
Ginsburg
smash.
doing a gavel. I can't. I'm scarred for life.
Don't do the gavel thing. Don't do the Ginsburg thing.
I know. I can't.
Do
I'm
the Belinda
scarred for
Carlisle
life.
thing. Heaven
My
is a
face
place
is-
on earth.
My face is not getting fat enough yet, but it will. I'm getting there.
Leave a
I'm gaining
light
weight.
on.
I'm turning into a Chub Scout, and it's going to be awesome.
Live your life. Be free.
Yeah, power outages are not fun in the winter.
No,
We're probably frozen again, aren't we, Carol?
no,
The
that
one part.
sucks.
Of course they
Yeah,
are.
stay safe out
Yeah.
there.
Yeah,
We get
definitely.
our just in the laundry room, that those pipes there like freeze a lot, so then we can't do laundry for a little. Just fun.
Just wear your clothes in the shower. You're fine.
No, it's funny because she knows how OCD, and I'm not as much of a germaphobe as I was, but yeah, when you're on immunosuppressive therapy, you really have to be careful. So I'm like constantly wiping doorknobs and everything here. Yeah, I'm a little bit crazy about it. So yeah, that doesn't work. There were no bots. The bots don't like me. I'm not popular enough.
No, it's rubbish.
I think you got to be monetized, don't you?
No, I
No.
get bots all the
No.
time. But
He gets
Oh,
bots
wow.
all the
They hate
time.
I think they follow.
I
certain
don't want.
people.
I don't want bots unless I have people looking out for them because I don't want to have to like. pay
I
attention.
just think they just go, look at this guy. He definitely needs porn.
I wanna know
Let's just
what-
inundate him.
What do they do? You know what I mean? What
I don't know.
what purpose does it serve? I mean, are you they
Annoy.
want people to click on that? I mean, what purpose what is it for? You know, that's my question. What are they for? What
It's
purpose does it
irritation.
serve them?
Yes, yeah.
I mean, because they don't say anything. They don't say anything foul. It's just a bunch of letters, and it almost looks like an address. Really, I mean, basically, you can just ignore it. You know, if you
She
want.
says, not you, Tony. I'm pointing at the.
Sorry, what?
You can message Carol on Instagram, and to stalk her art, go to Instagram and redbubble.com. Supposedly, so Tony has some cool masks, and I have got to wear my mask. So, he said they have really cool ones on Redbubble. I just heard of that website, like literally just heard about it, and then you said that. How did I not know that? You don't tell me anything.
Where's
Just
Carol's
look out.
link?
She put
You
it in.
scroll up in the
I
chat.
got it. I got it.
Okay.
I
She's
got it.
Janie Doe something.
I don't even know about this site.
29.
There it is.
Oh, Redbubble. Yeah, Tony just told me about it.
Sorry,
It's
I got
early
a
in the
friend who's
morning.
got some artwork on Redbubble too. He's really good.
Oh wow.
Everything's showing up delayed on my thing. Like
Gonna
way
put it in
delayed.
the Spruik page. Spruiking others' work. See, where's the Carol's one too? There it is.
I like
Redbubble.
that, Carol.
See, Carol, people like to DM you. Nobody DMs me. Very
Put that
few
in my
people.
Spruik page as well.
They do DM me, and I do get some surprise pictures.
So,
Well, I've got those too. I think. Oh God. Yeah.
there we go.
Oh, come
No,
on.
no, it's cool.
Now my system's freezing up, of course.
I've never seen you on Discord, Rabbit Club. Anyway,
And don't
no
twit.
bots. Carol's a good artist. We smashed the like button. Thanks, guys, a lot for doing all that.
Smash
Yeah,
the
thanks
heck
for
out of
hanging
that
out
like
with us,
button.
everybody. And good night, Courtney. Good night,
Night,
Tony.
night. Yeah, I'm
Good night,
Kelsey.
Tina. Good
Good
night,
night,
Carol.
Pete.
Good night, Pete. Good night,
Good
Courtney.
night.
See you
Good
guys.
night, everyone in the chat. Thank you for coming by.
Yes, thank you.
And check out Pete on Tuesday.
Yeah, remember, Fade to Black,
Fade to Black.
Jimmy Church.
Tuesday
He's
night.
already
Antarctica.
faded
Tuesday
into
night.
the black.
10 o'clock.
Secrets of Antarctica. It's not just the thing. There's lots more.
What are you eating, Pete? I'm starving. I'm going to eat some food.
No, he knows you're hungry. That's why he's eating. He doesn't need it.
I know. That's probably why. And then later taters. Okay, I want tater tots. Thank you for. I have tater
Apparently,
tots.
we've got potato bloody shortages in our country now.
Same here. I couldn't believe it. I was
Yeah.
like, the potato famine is
So
going to happen
what is
in
this?
America?
Is Ireland during the bloody
Yeah,
Middle
the
Ages
potato
or whatever?
famine,
Like,
that's-
come on.
Um.
How can I blame Oliver
Alrighty.
Cromwell for this?
Okay, I'm shutting down.
All right, guys.
Peace out.
Bye,
Thank you so
everybody.
much.
Hope you
Remember,
enjoyed
see
it.
on Tuesday. All right, peace out,
Yes.
y'all. Bye bye. Let's see how long it takes me to figure this out. End.
An end.
Later.